morning, y'all. Good morning on this good Monday morning. I wonder how many people are tired from this weekend's festivities. How many people done stayed up late overnight last night? How many people partied like it was, like they was rock stars over the weekend? I hope y'all had fun and nobody woke up with a hangover. That's my hope for you this morning on this beautiful Monday morning. I gotta make sure I take care of my morning medication. Y'all make sure y'all take care of y'all's. This is y'all's reminders, especially for people like me who have ADHD and we forget our medicine sometimes. So this is a shout out to remind you to take your morning medication. All right. I was out in these streets and I was watching a little bit of everything this weekend. There was a lot going on, believe it or not. I had a date night Saturday, and then Sunday is my got my Jesus and God and my geek Sunday. I do D&D. It's a little bit of my geeky side coming out. That's part of me. But okay, let's keep it going. All right. So speaking of Jesus and God, did y'all hear that MU wants to be a preacher? Oh yeah. You better have that cup of coffee, Miss LaKendra. Good morning, Miss LaKendra. Good morning, James. Good morning, King Kush. What up, bro? Getting the kids up and ready, and all y'all out there in the clouds or replay watchers, thank you. I just want to go ahead and say that beforehand. But yeah, getting those kids up in the morning, that can be a rough one, can't it? But yeah, MU wanting to be a pastor, y'all. She wanting to be a pastor. I'm gonna say this. MU, in your heart of hearts, if you feel like that's something you called to do it. Now, I would give you advice. Sorry about that. That was given to me. I was told that I should become a life coach because I know so much that I don't speak on all the time when it comes to mental health and helping people, right? And you know a lot when it comes to what you've been through when you was young, now that you're older, and you can use those experiences to help others. That's called a life coach. But, I'm going to tell you something. I was thinking about doing something on Sundays for God, but then I'm like, I don't know if this is the correct sector for that. We got a lot of Christians here, but we got a lot of people who also don't believe it. And then, this is the messiest sector there is. Well, one of them. I love my sector though, but I don't know if this is the correct place to do that. They do have the church sector though on YouTube. That is a sector in YouTube. So I was just going to let you know about that, MU. Also, I always try to start out on good news if I can. I want to say a happy birthday week because Dr. Soapy ain't telling what day it is. So happy birthday week to Dr. Soapy. And this weekend, Lady Nika went out for her birthday and she was looking beautiful in her purple. She was getting her drink on. They were just having a good old time. She says she is 2 quarters and 2 pennies. I think that's the way she said it. 2 quarters and 2 pennies. I love the way she said that. That was amazing. 2 quarters and 2 pennies, and she was having fun. And she let us see a little bit of it. She went live a little, showed us a little bit of what she was doing and how she was having fun for the weekend. Bree's away right now because she's doing her birthday thing. She did her trip for her birthday. So we've had a lot of birthdays this week, and also Lady Woo's birthday is coming up from the Mo 3 sector. Happy birthday, Lady Woo. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss nobody because if I do, I'm sorry. I'll try to catch you in one of these chats and tell you happy birthday because that's just the type I am. Anytime I find out it's somebody's birthday, I'm going to be the one to tell you happy birthday. Okay, and then over the weekend, we had Ness and Tracy beefing, and then Peels, Brooke, and Lady Snoop, Mrs. Intel and Divas beefing. The Peels, I'm going to say this. I don't know if the Peels, Brooke, and Malik situation is a play or not. I kind of in some ways believe it is. But I mean, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that's a whole play? Because now I do know that Lady Snoop herself done said a while back that she was going to bring out these recordings. She done said that she wasn't, and she did. She played the recordings on her live. She played those recordings and she let it all out on the table. She'd been saying she was going to do that. She said that a couple, like, what was it, last week on Breeze, or week before? I think it was last week. And when Pills was up there and he was stuttering, and Breeze said, "You know, I got the recording, right?" And when she said that, he was like, "I must have been drunk. I must have been drunk when that was recorded." When he went to stuttering, that's the part that got me laughing. And then I must be drunk. But he went live and he was saying that he thinks Brooke a crackhead and she a scammer and all this other salacious stuff. And then Brooke went live and said, you know, y'all want to go back and watch it? They both went live. I shared it on my community wall. And then Pills sent Snoop 20, so she gave 5 to Bree. Now, she been saying that on the streets. She been saying that she had done did that she had done sent Bree 5 of the 20 he sent her. I'm laughing when Lady Snoop said that. Good morning, Ben Zone. Good morning, Just Blaze. I am laughing when I hear that one again. She put 20 on 5. You get what I'm saying? That just made me laugh. She's like, yeah, I sent 5 of it to Bree. Go ahead, Lady Snoop. And you was looking cute in your live the other day. Also, shout out prayers for Miss Dovey. She's going through some things right now. You know, she was in the hospital. She's got, I believe it's a hernia in her belly. So, you know, she's possibly looking at surgeries and all this other stuff. So, Miss Dovey, if you're listening, praying for you, and I hope that you feel better soon. I know that ain't no fun time right now. Hey, Queen Diva love. And then I was over there and I had to catch Lemon's live from last night. I was there for part of it, but I fell asleep like we all do because we love Lemon, but sometimes some of us don't stay up late, which he's great for people who do stay up that late or have to do school or whatever, you know, and some people work night shift that late and it helps them through their, you know, work night. So keep doing what you're doing, Big Lemon. Don't let nobody ever tell you you can't do it. You know, keep doing it because I enjoy your show and I think you do very well for yourself. I think everybody has their spot on this platform, and you know, but Big Lemon over there, they had a kerfuffle. I'm conscious in the shadow. I'm using your word. They had a thing with YTC, and YTC covered that this morning during her show. So if y'all ain't watched it, y'all go catch her replay. And at Lemons, it starts about, I think it's around the 4 hour. Well, let me look. I wrote down the hour mark for y'all. Yeah, around the 4 hour mark. That way you can hear what Lemon says before she hits the link and once she hits the link, right? Because you don't want to miss that part either, because then you might get Lemon's words misconstrued, and we don't want to do that because that's not the right way to go. But somewhere around the 4 hour marks when all this stuff drops, right? And basically Lemon had been saying that YTC had been ducking the smoke. Because if y'all didn't know, in the beef sector, basically Clyde Diva from the black sector did a live on YTC. Now YTC has stated, that she is not going to come back at anything with Claudia because this is old and she's done talked about it before. So she's not going to do it. So these people saying she's ducking smoke, she don't care. She's not giving attention to attention whores. That's the way she said it. I'm just repeating verbatim, child. Don't beat me up. But Clyde Diva did do a live if y'all want to go see it. And they said that it was pretty rough what she was saying about YTC. And then, you know, because Lemon was upset basically with YTC's live the other day that all those people were up there dragging. Now, YTC said herself that she was telling, like Beasley called Lemon, what was it, Mrs. Orange or Miss Tangerine? Yeah. And yes, she may have giggled a little, but she told him to stop calling Lemon that, right? And which Beasley and Lemon go back and forth like this all the time. So it's something that they tend to do. That was said on Lemon's platform. And just Krista and YTC got into it. And I was like, oh my God. Krista, before YTC came up, said that YTC was making money on black folk. And I ain't trying to get into the race conversation. I ain't trying to. And YouTube, and then when YouTube camera came, she said, what am I, white then? I'm like, they had that little thing. And then Krista said she would break YouTube camera's glasses. I'm like, why you go break my glasses? Do you know how expensive glasses are? Like, those things ain't cheap. Especially if, you have to pay for them out of pocket. Glasses are not cheap. Don't be breaking somebody's glasses around here. And then YouTube camera said that for her to bring her wheelchair ASS, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Lord, they was fighting this morning. I don't know. I don't know if something started way before now. I think the two ladies need to have a conversation together, but you know how the sector give. If you try to step in and be the peacekeeper, you're going to get cursed out. And I'm like, I ain't doing it. I ain't getting in the middle of it. But I would, but yeah, and I will say this, YouTube cameras. I love you, boo. But why did you let Shakim back knowing he let that man call you them words? I told you this last week. Don't do it. Because, Rex got up on Shakim's and was basically said that he would grate YTC. And I didn't think that was cool. But they back cool again. She's up on his platform. He's up on hers. He told her he was going to get his apple juice, that he didn't hear it. But then yet, Lemon had stated that on, I think it was Miss Saida's panel, or in her chat, something like that, that he admitted he was there and heard every bit of it. He heard every bit of what happened, Shakim did, between Rex and YTC. And that he just didn't want to get in the middle of it. Which he could have stated that. He didn't have to lie to YTC's face. He could have said, hey, y'all was fighting. I didn't want to get in the middle of it. I wasn't fit to interject. That's not the person I am. When you come up, he should do a disclaimer then. When you come up on my league, I ain't, even if we friends, if you start beefing with somebody, I'm not getting in the middle of it. Right? He should do that for his own self, because it makes him look like he's allowed that to happen, right? And she's supposed to be like a big supporter of his. She lets him on her platform. She goes to his, they support each other back and forth. It just, for some people, is not a good look to let somebody else drag one of your biggest supporters, right? That's the way it looks on the streets to some folks when that situation happened. I was seeing a lot on the streets. I was trying to keep up with everything while taking care of everything, and it was a lot, because I'm going to tell you something. If y'all didn't have a chance to see that live was something. And Honest Rose live. Woo, Honest Rose, you had a good, messy live the other night. That was a good, messy live. It was good. It was good. Honest Rose live, he was talking about Shakim, and they had everybody popping up in there. And, I was being a little messy, so I jumped up there and I did. I asked Honest Rose, I said, because we all know that Shakim came out this weekend, right? He came out the closet. He said, I'm coming out the closet. He pulled a R. Kelly in the Confessions, you know. I'm coming out the closet. But so Bro was talking about it, and I asked him, I said, did you ever get an indication or a feeling? You know how some people like have really good, they'll like know somebody is, like you could just feel it even if they don't want to come out. You don't say anything because you don't want to out them yourself, because that's not cool. You let them do it themselves, right? On their time. I was like, did you ever get a feeling? Maybe. And then some other people were asking, maybe is that why that you had feelings or starting to get feelings for him or trying to make, you know, a friendship, as you stated, is because you may have felt like the vibes that he's a part of the community? Because, you know, you can get vibes off some folks. Some people you'll never know. Some people you go out by and you'll never know. There's some people that you get the vibe from. I'm just saying. Ask anybody, even people in the community. They be knowing. They'll tell you, old grandmamas, I'm going to tell you something, that their saying used to be, I don't know if you remember this, but you can ask anybody whose mama was a certain age. They okay. They just got a little sugar in their tank, but they're a good person. I don't know why they always used to say that. They got a little sugar in their tank. Don't ask me, but that's what my grandmama used to say. They good people. They just got a little sugar in their tank. God bless their little heart. Swear, if you ever hear a Southerner say, bless your little heart, listen into which the context that it is said, because not all the time is it a good thing. Sometimes when we say bless your heart, we really mean it. But then, bless your little heart, I'm going to pray for you. See how it sounds condescending? Because it is condescending. You know what I mean? So we have that Southern sweetness to our talk sometimes. But sometimes y'all don't realize that certain people in the South be talking crap right to your face, because they do it in such a way that you're over here like, is this person being nice to me, or is this person just being that? But that's the way it went this weekend. I'm trying to read over my notes here. Oh, there was a Queen Sanity troll that was out in these streets. Now, YTC, I think it was YTC that told me, or somebody did, that they were also, yes, it was YTC. I was over at her chat. That person had been in Shakim's also. They were in the Hood Table. They were in Coolin's chat. I've seen them in, I've heard about them being in other places. The real Queen Sanity ain't gonna be sitting there saying that her page has been struck and all this other stuff. If she was gonna do that, she'd probably hit a link, or she would strike up live, right? That person is running around. And then I also heard that there was a page running around pretending to be Bree now. And I'm like, okay, it's cool to troll, but do it under your own made up name that's funny, that's cute. You know, I love all of our trolls here in the beef sector, right? But don't clone. And then there was another clone of Pastor J. Wilson's page. Somebody was cloning his page and trying to talk under it. So, like, that's got to go. Don't try to, like they did it to the Hood Table. There's a Hood Table troll running around here with a picture of her from her IG, and it says the Hood Table, but you can tell it a little bit apart. Y'all got to stop with that kind of stuff, because that's stealing somebody's intellectual property at that point, right? But making fun of like a name or a person, that's fine, because y'all do. I love it. I love the ones that do the funniest thing. Like, as soon as they were talking about, you know, ashy feet and one sock, Shakim, somebody made a troll page, and it was hilarious. Like, I've seen the troll pages come out no sooner than a story breaks, right? And they will make you laugh so hard. It's amazing. I love some of them. They know it too. I'll be shouting them out in chats, and we be talking, but to troll with somebody's real name and like try to put people into mess, that's not cool. Because Queen Sanity did not deserve that. The Hood Table did not deserve that. Bree passed, like, all these people who have had this happen to them do not deserve to be put in a mess when they are not the ones doing it. Now, if they did it themselves, that's different. If you went around and create narratives, that's on you. But to actually act as if you're the person saying it, nah. And I had to clear Queen Sanity's name because I wasn't going to let that happen to her. Like, she wasn't even out here. She was chilling somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. No, not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I also thought that this morning, after we talked about some of the mess that went on this weekend. Oh, and they also, I'm going to say this right now. White fridge lives matter, okay? People are reading people for having white fridges. White fridges lives matter, okay? As long as your refrigerator is clean and full of food, that's all that matters. White fridge lives matter, child. Those refrigerators, they be some of the best fridges, okay? Don't be making fun of no people who have white fridges. Sometimes their whole kitchen got white appliances. Some people got the silver. Some people got the black. You know, the black fridges and the stainless steel and the green. You never know. Somebody might even have pink. You know. Good morning, MU. I was telling you, baby, earlier. I don't know if you heard it, but you keep doing your thing, Thizzle. And if you want to preach, preach. If God has called your heart to, you do what's best for you and what makes you happy. I've always told you to keep smiling and keep your head up. And you know I'm going to keep saying it no matter what. Okay? That's what I said. But yeah, and Lemon says he ain't never going to play crackhead games. Now, if y'all want to, he made a joke. If y'all want to be crackheads together and be funny and laugh together, that's fine. But he ain't going to play the crackhead games. Okay? Lemon killed me with that one, y'all. I was laughing so hard when he was talking about that. I couldn't help myself. He knows he's a clown. That's one good thing about Lemon. He is hilarious. He has his own way about him. I think everybody in this sector has their own way, right? Like me, myself, and I'm not going to be as salacious as other people. I'm just not going to do it. That's not in my heart. Yes, sometimes can I be a little messy and jokey? Yes, I can. But all of mine comes from jokes. It's not, please, if you ever see me joking about something, don't take it serious. Even Shakim, if you's up in these clouds, I don't mind you dropping down and I don't mind you coming over here. Okay? I just like to joke. Sometimes things are jokes to me. I'm not trying to do anything salacious and to the point that it's going to bother someone's real life. That's not me. I'm never going to be that person. So I'm just saying, mine comes from the place of love and understanding. Okay? That's just me. I'm not ever going to be that person. So if you're looking for salacious, look somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Now, I might be a little messy. We might get a kiki. We might get a ha-ha. I might be goofy. And I am goofy. I admit it. In other news, there's also, okay, I have a sister who passed away 2 years ago. Some people are running around with that picture saying it's me. I'm like, nope, that's her. We do look a lot alike, though. That was my oldest sister by my daddy's first wife who passed. I was planning on, I wanted to see if y'all might be interested, explaining taking a mess and turn it into a message, right? My sister passed away very young from a disease that I think everyone needs to get tested for. It's called the A1 trypsin. Okay. A lot of people also don't know they're carriers for this, and your children can get it, and so on and so forth. What it is it is it's a gene. Like, she got it from her mother. Her mother passed away very young too. Her mother, she didn't even know her mother because her mother passed away when she was very, very, very young. Like, she was 6-month-old baby. They told her mother she would not live to be 20. They told her mother that, and back then they didn't know about this, so they didn't diagnose her for then her to also get my sister tested. My sister, though, knew about it and got her children tested. Her children, thank God, do not have the gene. So, you know, but that doesn't mean they can't pass on the gene, if you get what I mean. That can go down. It is a gene. But it basically affects the lungs and the liver. Okay. With her, basically, it takes the enzymes and it goes into the lungs and it goes into the liver. Her mother had the part where it messes with your lungs, right? Her mother always had problems with her asthma. They always said she had severe lung problems, but they didn't realize that the A1 trypsin is the reason she had that. She was in and out of the hospital all the time, sickly. And my sister, hers was affected her liver. Then from the liver, it affected the kidneys. So she went into liver failure and renal failure at the same time. She had left behind 2 children. She was only 30, I think, because me and her 2 years apart in age. So at the time, that was a year ago. She was 38 years old. She hadn't even hit 40 yet. So meanwhile, while y'all think y'all reading and doing all that, no, I'm going to use it as a message because I need to send this out there. You never know if anybody else in these clouds ain't getting their blood work done and ain't getting it done every 3 months to at least once a year to make sure you're okay, right? And you can try to use that picture all you want. It's not going to bother me. I cried when my sister first got diagnosed, which was 3 or 4 years ago, right? I cried so much when she first got diagnosed, and the fact that I had to be the one to give them permission to put a tube down her throat, that ain't nothing you can say, baby, about her or to her that's going to hurt me. Okay. When you have to be the one to do those things because you're the next of kin and you cry for 3 or 4 or 5 months straight, ain't nothing nobody else can say can hurt you no more. But I had to make sure. I wanted to take that and turn it from a bad thing to a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because, in the sector, we do have some of that happens. So I'm going to tell my own tea before somebody else can try to use against me, right? My sister passed away and whatnot, and she's gone on to a better place. I pray that her children never see some of the stuff, and I pray that they do not. So now I thought we would also, and I'm going to put up my disclaimer right quick so we can read it. We're going to go over what happened with the Carly Gregg case. Okay, we're going to do an update on what happened with that little girl. So I'm going to do my little disclaimer, y'all. My little disclaimer, got to do my little disclaimer. So, it's under fair use, child. It's under fair use. I'm just going to show the things. We'll see if there's a video attached, and we might watch that. I figured we'd, see what's going on in the state of Mississippi right now. If I see, I am going to start doing that a little segment. If I see something crazy happening in Mississippi, I'm going to pop it up because it's my local area, right? And this was a pretty big case. So I'm going to present to you right now. Let's screen share. All right, here we go. We own the People magazine this morning. Okay, prosecutors. Why they always get Audi? Trying to get these little videos off. Okay, there it is. There's the close. Prosecutors say teen killed mom and showed friend the corpse. Are you squeamish around dead bodies? That child looks so young, y'all. According to prosecutors, when 14-year-old Mississippi girl frantically messaged her friends to come over to help with an emergency one afternoon this past March, the friend had no idea what she was about to witness. Are you squeamish around dead bodies? 14-year-old Carly Gregg allegedly asked the friend when she answered the front door, according to Mississippi State Prosecutor Catherine White Newman. In footage broadcast by Court TV, who spoke at the now 15-year-old's murder trial, local WAPT and WJT TV also reported on Newman's opening statements in the trial, which began Monday. According to Newman, moments later, Gregg led her friend to the bedroom where her mother was dead on the floor from 3 gunshots. Court TV and WAPT reported. Newman told the courtroom that Gregg's mother was searching her daughter's room for vape pens. WLBT also reported. Gregg faces murder and attempted murder charges according to the Clarion Ledger. Now, I will tell y'all this, and it was a .357 Magnum. That's what it was. Now, if y'all ain't never seen a .357 Magnum, I will tell you this. it's not, it's a little bit smaller caliber than what a 22 is. This is education right here. We're going to stop that screen share. This is education. She got sentenced to, basically, she got the sentence of murder, not once but twice, 2 counts. She got sentenced for tampering with evidence, and then the assault, the attempted murder, the assault that she did on her stepfather. She could have did a plea deal for 40 years, which is possible that she could have gotten out after, I think it's 20 to 25 years. She could have got on parole, and even if she had to spend the whole 40, from the age of 15 until 40, she would have been 50 something years old. Now there is no chance. She is going to appeal, it is stated, but she got 2 life sentences. I believe it was also 10 years for what, they say. But basically, when she went to school that morning, her mom worked at the school. Now, her mom she was a teacher, and she even got teacher of the month, of the year. Like, she was very well loved. Her mother came home. Her friend had told her mother about her using the vape pens, and they were the kind with the Mary Jane in them. Okay, so when they got home, her mother went into her daughter's room, and she was searching for those vape pens, which is what any good mother's going to do, right? We're going to take something away we know is hurting you because we love you. She decides to go into her mom and daddy's room and get, the 357 out of the drawer, go in there, pow her own mother. Then, now the stepfather has stated that he thinks that she was having a mental break. He thinks, heck, he even tried to say that she may have had demons in her child. You know what I'm saying? He said the way that she was screaming and acting, he ain't never seen her act that way ever. And the stepfather basically helped raise her. So he's not just her stepfather, he's her father. You know what I'm saying? He loves her. Like, they still talk even after she shot him. He still loves her as a child, because this is what I was going to bring out this conversation for. The love of a parent. Is it not unconditional? No matter what your kid does, you still love them, right? It don't matter what they do. You can be disappointed in their actions. You know what I'm saying? You may even sometimes have to let them fall and let them falter, right? Knowing you don't want to, but you got no choice but to, right? You got to let them hit rock bottom sometimes, and you can't keep picking them up, because I'm going to tell y'all something. I got a cousin. He ain't with us no longer. He was an older cousin than me. That his mom and daddy kept doing that for him. Kept getting him out of trouble. Kept doing this. He ended, let me say it like this. When I was 5, he was sentenced for what they call menace to society, because his mama kept calling cops when he would take off with her car and be gone longer than she thought he could, and making reports, to the point that they got him with petty larceny so many times they considered him. It's a 3-strike rule, and a lot of states have it. If you do the same crime 3 times, they can get you with a thing called menace to society, which is 20 years to life. You hear me? 20 years to life. The man went into prison when I was 5. I didn't see him again until I was in my mid-20s. 20 years to life. No lie. And the only reason they let him out, because they wasn't going to let him out, they was going to keep him, was because he got health conditions. Then they didn't want to have to pay for his doctors no more. That was the only reason. That's the only reason they let that man out, was because he ended up getting Hep C in prison because he had that back surgery and stuff, and they didn't want to pay his bills no more. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they do that when a person's got health issues and they're non-violent. They'll let them out, before they're supposed to, because they were talking about keeping him for life over petty stuff. You know what I mean? But hey, I don't care. He went on to glory. I don't like him anyway. I ain't getting into that story, but good for him. I hope he goes. Anyway, that's side the point. He was not a good man. Let me just say it that way. But as parents, what do you do, if your child was to take something and shoot you with, like, would that change your feelings about your child? Me, myself, and I don't think so. I would still love my child regardless, no matter what. I don't think, where's that line that can turn that for a parent? Because I think it would take, hey, Miss Dovey, I hope you're feeling good this morning. Make sure you go get your medicine. Take care of yourself, Miss Dovey. Okay, sorry, had to do that. But what line is it to where some parents can actually cut their children off completely? And I mean, even to the point of not loving them. Like, I got a sister that's crazy because I got a lot of siblings. A lot of people don't know. I'm the only kid that my parents have together. I'm the blended child, as they say. My parents both had children before me, and then they got together, and I'm the one they blended everybody together. Is there anything, like, see, in my mind, there is nothing my child could do to make me not love them. Now, I may be disappointed in them. I may not like something they do. I may have to let them go on their own merry way, and then they come back when they can. But, because sometimes, like, I've seen this, like, I had to explain this to my parents. They love my sister, but my sister right now is on that road. We have gotten her off drugs 3 or 4 times. She goes right back to them, right? So she's not wanting to change who she is right now. I said, y'all got to quit being her crutch. You cannot keep giving her a place to come back to because she's going to keep relapsing. She has to hit rock bottom. You can't keep giving in to her. She has to. You know what I'm saying? In order for her to want to change, you cannot keep babying her. They were babying her because they love their kids. All parents do. But once you've helped enough, and it was just doing nothing but literally putting them in the early grave. So I had to be their strength, if that makes sense, and go, no, you're not going to, and it still hurts them. They still cry about it because they love her. No matter what, that's their kid. You know what I mean? But I had to block my own sister off my mom's Facebook. I had to, for my mom's safety and for my mom's peace of mind. So when people talk about, kids leaving the nest or some kids acting out or whatnot, every kid is different. And no matter how well you raise your children, you can still have things like this happen. So even with the Carly Gregg situation, no matter how good her parents were to her, she would have probably still done this. She was upset. Now, I will say she didn't have any good emotional regulation because, in my opinion, for someone to go that far, I never thought of doing anything like that to my parents when I was upset. Now, I may have said some stuff under my breath. Every kid has, and then you end up regretting it. Like, I don't love you no more. I don't know why I'm always in trouble. That stuff you say under your breath as a kid, and then you regret it. But I don't think there's nothing my child could do that I wouldn't love them. And I believe that Carly Gregg did that out of anger. I believe she was upset because her mom took her vape pens. She had already taken her Snapchat because they're talking to a boy that she wasn't supposed to. Supposedly it wasn't a boy, it was a grown man. And then she found that she was doing drugs. So she took the vape pen away. And also there was a rumor or said of, I think, mushrooms and other things the child was messing with. And the mother was just trying to get her on track. And I believe she was angry and she was upset and she done it. Now, here's the question for us also. Do y'all think the child deserved life in prison? Or do you think that, she needed to go to a mental institution, or maybe not life, but 25 to life? Or how many years, you know, to her crimes are over with. And some people don't like the prison system at all and the justice system, and would say that she needs rehabilitation in a different way. I'm going to drop the link, and anybody who wants to come up and talk, they can do it. Also, if you've seen anything on these streets that I may have missed this good lovely morning, you may do so. I'm going to let anybody who wants to come up today come up. I got to copy this thing and paste. Oh, look at me copy and paste it. No, I've been able to do this for a while. But, I mean, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that, I mean, I know me, myself, and I ain't nothing my child could do that would ever make me stop loving them. Ain't nothing they could do. But yeah, I'm wondering what's going to happen also between, just to say this, between Miss Olivia and Miss Ronnie IQ. They did both, if y'all didn't know, they both did come live this morning at the same exact time. Diva Tomboyish on her wall shows you the live counts. And I'm just wondering what's going to happen there between them two. I'm going to keep watch on it and see what happens, just like everybody else. And then we also had we have 2 contests coming up, because I like to do my advertisements. ODS this Saturday is having the pizza contest. If you go look on his community wall, he has a poster and whatnot. He's doing his pizza contest. And then in October, the second weekend of October, Creole Butterfly is doing her loaded toast challenge. If anybody in this sector would like, to promote anything, you can always hit me up, tag me on your community wall. I'll make sure I share it out. I want to make sure that everybody, like, all this stuff about the community wall thing, I've been doing this for years, okay? But I just didn't have maybe 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 subscribers when I was doing it. I was sharing everybody then. I think everybody should bro map. Everybody should share everybody. It just brings, like, let's say somebody didn't get their notification. Hey, ODS love. Let's say somebody didn't get their, hey, Chefy beautiful. Let's say that somebody did not get their notification. Well, that share may have brought people. Let's say I go into another community and start making cool with them, right? Well, then that can bring new people into the sector and seeing everybody. And that way nobody misses nothing. I've been doing that for a long time. I'm not giving what other people are giving. They're giving it their way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be the same as them. Because, first off, I'm not as salacious. Right? I'm not. I tried to be a little messy this weekend and I messed up. And I ain't doing it no more. I am not good at messy, okay? I tried. It's not my thing. What I will do, though, is try to give a little small synopsis of what's going on in the lives so you can go watch them. Because I believe in free advertisement. I've been doing that for a long, long time. I've always tried to support everybody. Anybody that knows me knows that. I'm in almost every chat. Even people sometimes who don't like me. I still be up in there. I still be sending love and hitting that like button. And even if you don't see me there sometimes, I'm still hitting that like button and in that cloud giving you a click and a view. I've been doing that for a long time now. Like, I try to support everybody. And when I say I can sometimes have 5 or 6 lives going at one time, I do. But what we were talking about with parents' love and everything else, I don't think there's, with the Carly Gregg situation, could you imagine being the grandmother, the aunt, the uncle of this and knowing the child for all that time and never thinking that they would go that far? And not only did you lose your daughter, your aunt, your cousin, your friend, a great teacher, but now the child herself is also facing life behind bars on 2 accounts. If she does not appeal this sentence and it sticks, or even if the appeal is denied or thrown out, um, she won't get out of prison. She will never see the light of day, because life, and she got life twice. So I don't know if they're concurrent, which means it would run, but you're not eligible for parole. But after, I think with certain life sentences, you can get out after 50 years, but still, think about it, 60, I think it's 60, 70 years or more. She would be like 70, 80, 90 years old by the time she got out, if they ever let her have parole, right? All her young years are gone. She's a baby. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna be able to have babies. She ain't gonna be able to live. Hey, Miss Dowie, I'm gonna go ahead and let you up. Let me do my little thing right here. Miss Dowie.
Good morning, my
I
darling.
don't even know why I put up the banner. I can see your beautiful face.
Good morning. Hold one second, my darling. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. We were talking about the Carly Gregg case, and like, is there anything in your opinion that your child could do that would make you stop loving them? I don't think so. Even
Now,
if,
only thing that I would say dealing back with kids, my kids, and kids in general, our kids always do something that we don't like and we don't agree with them, but we must still stand by them. Okay? We must stand back because the system is already against them. I dislike what my child do, but it's whoever put out this here thing is that do not burn the bridge behind you. They told the most biggest lie. When it comes down to certain people in your life, you have to burn the bridge. They can't come across this here bridge. Sometimes you even have to discipline yourself in life, especially when you have kids and you don't live your life, you don't raise them, so forth and so on. You can have the big house with the white picket fence. Sometimes you have to downgrade yourself to make sure to show them, for example. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me go into the cup. Let me get my coffee.
yeah, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee while you going to get yours.
Get my coffee.
But yeah, there's nothing that my child could do that ever make me stop loving him. Now, I may be disappointed. I may not like something he does. I may not agree, but I'm still gonna love him. It's unconditional.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry about my mouth. Good morning, chat, and also good morning, Charlie, for welcoming me up on
Good
your
morning,
platform.
Miss Dovey.
In life, sometimes you have to even do self-discipline for yourself. You may not see it right then at that time, but later on in the future, you will see it. Whoever put out that don't burn the bridge behind you, you never know, you may have to come across that bridge again. Wait a minute, when it come down to children, you have to burn that bridge. No, you cannot come back across this here bridge. I'm only in a 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom apartment. No, you cannot come. That will make them go forward. Long as parents that we make it easy, because that you must love your child. That's in the Bible. If we like it or not, that is our job. That is our duty that we are asked from Christ. Or Christ himself, after all the things that we have done, we have angered him, but he still show love to us. He don't agree with what we have done, but he still stand by us because guess that we are his child. So what it gets for you to stop loving your child when Christ himself still loved you after all the things that he died for our sin, put his only begotten son on earth to walk the earth to see exactly what's going on. So what gives you the right to say that no, you don't love your child out of all the mess that we have done?
Oh, yes, ma'am. And
So
I'm gonna say this in my opinion. You're right about where you have to sometimes burn that bridge so they'll stand on their own 2 feet. Because some children, they expect mommy and daddy to always pick them up, pick them up, pick them up, and they never grow up. You have to make them grow up
yeah,
sometime.
that's right. And then let's look at our life. Look at your life and look at my life. Uh, when that bridge was burned behind us, in our mind, we don't have no other choice but to go forward. Long said that we make it easy, and then for those of you that don't get it when I'm talking about burning the bridge, when you make it easy for your child to come back, you ain't burned the bridge. When they know they cannot come back across that bridge, they're gonna have to keep going forward. Because it ain't nothing back here for you. So even that if you was in a big old house and you have to downsize to one room, mama come and stay with you. No, I don't have no room here. Go. No, you can't stay with me. My lease says it. No, you can't say that. If that means that burn, that made that shows that the bridge have been burned. You can't come back across here. Because nobody don't like to see their child homeless out the door. But when that you get yourself in a situation, no is no. It's discipline and better life for you. And that's showing that kid, you like it or not, you got to make it. This bridge and this easy life is not back yet. Once the parent make it easy, that child is not going to that child is not going to go forward. But you still have to love your child. Your child even loves you. Even some kids, take parents' life. They still love you. They don't have no other choice because it says in the Bible. Even though that they don't like it, but still yet they still have to love you. They don't have no other choice. And the same thing with us. Kids don't come with instruction because that's okay that they want to. I think what Carly read. I don't know if I'm saying it right. What she have done and what is going on today. If they would come with instruction, they wouldn't do the things that they have done.
I'm
But we
also,
still
I
have to
think
love
it's
them.
I think it's sad in some sense to see that there's a life gone and that a child now has her entire future taken away because of a dumb teenage decision. Should she face consequences? Yes. But think about it, she'll never be able to have children. She'll never be able to go to college. There's so much taken in this instance. So that poor family is not just mourning the loss of someone who has passed, they're also mourning the life of that child. So, and the stepfather truly loved her and still makes sure she's okay and all that because he's a father. And I feel bad for them more than anything because they have to now. Could you imagine, like in your heart of hearts, like you love that person, but they've done something so heinous,
Mhm,
something bad, but you have to mourn their loss in a way, even
mhm.
though they're still here on this earth. That's got to hurt something serious.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I think about a situation. I'm not trying to. We talking about kids, you guys. I'm not trying to turn this situation off. Didn't affect with me. A thing that experienced in my life didn't affect with a kid with my little brother. My little brother was 13 years old. I think I told y'all about from the time Mama brought him from the hospital. From the time that Mama brought him from the hospital, he was old badass. Okay, at 13 years old, he had. Now check this out. I still heard about it right now today. He had taken a life at 13 years old. At 16 years old, they sent to him as an adult. He had got 25 years of life, but anyway, whatever another had happened, it was overturned. He had to do 13 years. Somehow another did in fact with game time. It somehow another happened. It kicked him out at 13 years. I sit there and I love my brother to death, and I mean he got his own trucking business. Life is great, but I still mourn the loss of the gentleman that lost his life. I still. My brother, I loved him, but I never went and see him when that had happened. Because I still hurt right now today for that loss of that family and what that gentleman could have been. He could have been the next president, the next mayor, or he could have went off to the moon. I think about all that, what that guy could be, all because they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, and three punked up kids wanna what they call right there wanna jack and rob somebody, and he one lose his life. My brother's going to live his best life, but look at I still thinking about that family every single day. I think about it and what age that man could have been right now today. And hey, you two coming. So I'm not trying to change the subject of what we're talking about, but this is thing here with her. I think so that she should get 25 years, but get off. But 25 years. One thing you understand, that's about a third of your time. I think so. She will have time enough to live. I don't think it should be a 25-year life. One thing you gotta understand: 25 years is life, but they give you life without parole. That means life without parole. That means you're gonna serve everything. That's internally, no return. But they give you 25 years life. You're gonna basically serve like about 21 years or 17 years in between that. So if they give her life 25 years, which I think so that it should about like being locked up for 17, 18 years. I think so she would have learned her lesson. Then she'll get time enough to do something with her life. But just getting it like saying that life and that no parole and I think so the system had robbed her and did her wrong. Because still ain't get time enough to live. Have kids, like I used to say, have kid, have husband. She didn't get time enough to live, to know what life is about. And they make a dumb decision like this. I don't think so. They should be hold with that dumb decision with the man, because you got to understand it. Look at the age, and they already confused in the mind that it is. They don't understand it. They just know they just gonna do it. I go on mute, Charlie. I let you talk.
Yeah, she got 2 life sentences, so I believe that's a little bit more than 25 to life. She got 2 life sentences, and then she got, I believe, 10 years or something on tampering with the evidence, and then the assault charge also. So, and I don't know if they're supposed to run concurrent or they're stacked, because there's a different way that can go. If you get it and they do it concurrent, that means it all runs at the same time. So you could get parole eventually. But if they're doing it to where it stacks, then that's a life sentence on top of a life sentence. So you're never going to get out. That's basically life without the possibility of parole is what she had. Now she had a choice to get to sign a confession saying she did it and get 40 years, which means she would have been out probably after 20 years, because they do half of it. Half of is half of it, and she would have got out on parole. So after 20 years, she could have got out. She'd have been like 35 years old and possibly could have, lived her life. And hey, YouTube cameras love, girl, I want to know if you could hit the link this morning and tell me why Just Crystal was talking about breaking your glasses and why she was coming after you, because I don't know why she was coming after you specifically. Like, when did y'all's beef start? Because I'm like, wait a minute. What did I miss or forget? Because I'm pretty sure I probably know about it, but I forget things sometimes. Hey, V. Lachey, what's up? Good morning. I was like, wait, and then you was telling her you when you said the wheelchair thing, I spat out my drink this morning. YouTube camera. I was rewatching what had happened on Lemons, and I was also trying to catch your live from this morning and everything. And I did report on the fact that you said that you didn't care about what Clyde said because it was old news and you ain't giving no attention to attention hoes, even though people try to say you running from the smoke child. That's and that's what was said. But I believe that anybody can come back with what they want to come back. But what we talking about right now is our children, and can anybody I don't think no parent ever is gonna stop loving their child no matter what, and I think Lemon is a little upset about what happened, but I think y'all be all right, because it's easy for y'all to make up and be friends and everything else. You know how it goes with these streets. I don't think it'll be too much, but maybe I'm wrong, um but I have no idea why that she was coming after you. I know that it was because you came up and said that basically they were going, okay, but I don't understand. Maybe there's something I missed. Yeah, so I was trying not to miss anything. And I know you've been live this morning already, and thank you for coming through. So if you don't want to hit the link, but I don't know why she even started with you. Like I don't get it. Hey, prayed up. Hey, fact. Um, I really don't understand that. But yeah, the Carly Gregg situation is really sad to see a child basically lose their childhood, their adulthood, and their chances to make a life for themselves. But yes, I'm gonna say this. Ooh, hey, Miss Rob, welcome. Good morning. Um, YouTube camera says she a attention seeker. Well, we've seen it happen time and time again on these YouTube streets. Um, I just didn't know where it came from. I'm like, I didn't know that they had a beef. Did I miss something? Hey, Bella B. Good morning. But we are talking about the Carly Gregg situation that happened here in Mississippi, and she did get sentenced to 2 life sentences. She also got sentenced for 10 years. I think it might have been for both, but she basically got sentenced for murder twice. She got her charges, and she got if you watch the Law and Crime channel, they have all of the things. But basically, that's what we were talking this morning. What can make you stop loving your child? I don't think there's anything that can. And it's just, to me, a sad situation. She got double murder, basically, um, charges. So, she also shot her stepfather, and he dragged the gun away from her. The only reason she didn't murder him was because he grabbed the gun from her. She texted the stepfather from her mother's phone and asked him when he was coming home, and specifically worded it like her mother would. Honey, when will you be home from work? So she would know when he came to the door. Before he got home from work, and while her mother's body was lying there in her room, she texted a friend stating, do you want to come see a dead body? I'm like, that sounds like, they're trying to they tried to play the insanity plea, or like, when you do a defense thing and, you snapped or something, but that does not seem like a snap situation. That seems like you were mad, you did do something, but then they're saying that they don't feel she had any remorse. But she did cry when she saw the body cam footage in court. She broke down in tears, and then she broke down in tears one other time, which was when she got sentenced. Um, but yeah, I don't think there's any parent out there that would say they would stop loving their child. They may be disappointed, and like Miss Dovey was saying, you may have to burn that bridge to make them grow up. You know what I'm saying? You may have to go push them out and make them do what they have to do. Prayed up. It's a story from Mississippi, and her name is Carly Gregg. If you go over to the Law and Crime YouTube channel, they've been covering the trial. This happened back in March. She took a 357 and she murdered her mom because her mom was trying to take her vape pens from her. She had been told, a friend at school had told her mom that she was doing vape pens and she was messing with mushrooms and all kind of things. So her mom went in there and was jerking, basically getting all her contraband. And but Carly Gregg is the name, and it happened in she was living in Brandon, Mississippi, but it happened in Rankin County, which is our capital city of Jackson. Rankin County, that's mostly what people think of when they think of Rankin County, is Jackson, Mississippi, which is our state capital, for those that didn't know.
I was following it last week as you was showing it. I looked at it and I was moving around here. I was doing what they call a VS. I was cleaning the house. Something that a lot of you don't know nothing about. They're making accusation because that VS was cleaning the fridge. So anyway, I was cleaning the house. And I was listening to it. I was coming back and forth to the computer, listening to your live. And I knew, and then I say, well, okay, then next week we will know the outcome of it. So now I hear what it is. But okay, go ahead. Again, I was listening and I was doing what they call the VS. I was cleaning up. Okay, go ahead. I'm on mute.
Yeah, and I've been hearing over here that people been reading people for having white fridges. White fridge lives matter, because that is the main color that you see if you don't see stainless steel. Those are the two main colors. Now you might have, a pink one, a green one, a black one. They even make uh like rose gold if you want that. They can make it any color, but that's the main color that you see in most houses. But white fridge lives matter, child. White fridge, child. Yeah, I swear they was reading. As long as your refrigerator is clean, your house is clean, and you got food in it, a roof over your head, that's all that should matter. And but yeah, no, I sat there and I got stainless steel now, but in my old house I had a white fridge. I did, and my fridge life matter, and it was clean, and I had food in it. But yeah, you got to clean your house up every once in a while. Uh, but yeah, the Carly Gregg situation is extremely sad, and I'm just hoping, I'm praying for the family, because could you imagine, like I said before, could you imagine having to deal with that situation as the stepfather who truly loves his child? He loves his wife. His wife is not here with us anymore. Rest her soul. And then your child now is in prison for the rest of their life, pretty much. They'll never get out. Could you imagine how much that would hurt your heart? Like, that would break me down. If anybody would like to come up, I did pin the link. If you would like to come up and give your piece on how you would feel as a parent if this situation had happened to you, and if you would like to talk about how, kids, they don't come with instruction manuals, right? And you never know what's going to happen in the future with your child. um, they may do things that disappoint us, but we'll always love them no matter what. It's unconditional. Was I over here talking this whole time on mute?
Yep, I
Lord,
can hear you.
You,
Lord, sweet baby Jesus, I was over here talking this whole time on mute. Hey, Miss O, I
Hey, Charlie.
was talking this whole time. I did not realize I was talking on mute.
I heard you, darling. I mean, when you was move on the side, so I knew that somebody was getting ready to come up. How y'all doing today? Good morning, Dio. How you
Hey,
doing?
Miss Dover.
Hi.
Child, Miss Dover, you still having the thing? What's the date in October? You
Okay, two things is coming up. This weekend is going to be the Western, basically, I call it the Texas Hold'em Showdown. This here weekend, this Sunday at 3 o'clock, we all supposed to be dressed up in Western attire. We supposed to do a dance, and your dance can be up to 2 minutes, between 2 or 3 minutes. Your background would be judged in a Western style. Okay, so that's basically the Texas Hold'em uh challenge. The dance. If you don't get a DJ, what music you want to dance off to do your steps, the DJ will pick a song. If it wind up being a church song or whatever, you got to do your dance because you didn't get a DJ time. The next thing is in October the 2nd on the 12th, that Saturday, we will be doing our second annual Kids Pumpkin Drawing Contest. All the kids are winners. Adults can participate too in it. So basically, everybody gonna be doing pumpkin carving. Those that want to do pumpkin carving, those that want to make candy apple. All what you're doing is getting the spirit of the holiday. No, everybody would get something. No kid, because they're saying it's a contest. All the kids are winners. All the kids would get something. So,
okay?
to let me correct something. Someone had said to me that, Dovey, you said that that the kids may can use the money because it's time for them to get back school supplies. Okay, let me correct that. School in Florida started the second week in August. Now here, let's say this is October. Yes, the kids need to stock up with their school supply because that your kids stuff started in September. I'm still speaking that in a general way with all kids. Do what you want to do with the money. Okay? Do what you want to do with the money. But I just know that what I have said, whatever they want to do with it, or stock up on school supplies, get ready for Christmas, they'll have a little money in their pocket. And that's what I'm saying. But it is my second annual that I'm holding over here. And it was a great event, a very emotional event to the adults that they never called pumpkin before. And it was a great outcome last year. So I'm telling everybody about it. And anyway, you will see as hopefully that the day it's supposed to be done by Friday, the poster and everything. But don't forget about the Texas Hold'em Challenge this weekend.
Yeah, I got what you were saying about school supplies because, like, I get stuff on clearance and I give it at Christmas because they be needing to re up on their stuff.
Yeah, okay, yeah, see that? Yeah, they have to reload, man. It's just one of those things. I'm on mute.
But the case though, that is sad. That is a hard place to be with your natural born child. What happened to her biological mother?
You talking about Carly Gregg?
Yeah.
That is her biological mother. It was her dad and her mom are separated.
Okay, but the stepmom though,
The
what happened
step
to?
the stepdad, I don't know what happened with the stepmom. Did you hear
Oh,
something
I
on
thought
that
you said
today?
something about the stepmother when you were saying something about him. That's why I was confused. I thought you had mentioned his new wife or something. Okay, okay.
It was the
I,
stepfather who
oh, okay.
yeah, he raised her, basically helped raise her from the time she was real little,
Uh,
and he treated her like she was his own, and she shot him, she grazed him,
right.
and he still loved her and was still trying to make her feel comfortable. Even during the trial, he smiled at her, she smiled at him, and he smiled back. He still texts her every day and talks to her the way they can.
Okay. Yeah, that is hard because it's like, okay, she did something that changed your life forever, but at the same time, you love her as a child.
That's the part that gets me. Like, he lost his wife, and now he has to watch his daughter be behind, you know, though, and she shot at him. Could you imagine how that hurts? Like, to have your child, and he said he felt like Carly may have been possessed. Like, he said it was like a demon had taken her over. He had never seen her act that way, and she was a very sweet child. He literally was like flabbergasted when he came home and he saw all this. Like, you imagine he walked in and found his wife like that, and his child going crazy. His child shot him, and then you watch your child go into prison. Like, the amount of pain as a parent to not only lose the love of your life, your soulmate, but now you're losing your child too, and you had to see all this in person.
Yeah, that's crazy. I
For me,
couldn't imagine.
I couldn't imagine it neither, Miss.
Cause then you torn like, does he maintain contact with her or?
Well, right now he's still texting. They're still texting. Like what the jail allows right now is like they do phone calls, they do FaceTimes, they have like an app that they can do. A lot of jails have this, and a lot of people don't know that the jails have like this little text thing that you can do. You
Uh
can
huh.
and emails and all that. So they're still doing that right now. But at what point will it stop? Hey, VS, good morning. If y'all didn't know, VS also had her live this morning. And I'm going to say this. I'm I was watching Ronnie IQ and Miss Olivia this morning. So my view, I guess, counted for both of them. Miss Ronnie IQ was giving out actual content on things. She likes to do things about Trump and the presidency and all those things, and she likes to follow current events. So that's what she was doing this morning. Miss O was being salacious, and people were reading me in chat, and I was laughing about it. But yeah, Demon Soul, like,
Damn, they done already had a morning show already. God dang, it's been offshoot. I guess I could. That'd be too. I can't even hardly catch Jay Wilson when he be going to the QT in the mornings. Let alone anything before that. Golly. Whew.
yeah, they, well, they got into their kerfuffle,
Yeah, I
and
heard about it.
now they're both going live at the same time.
Yeah, I was listening to VS a little bit summarize it. I get. I'm not subscribed to neither one of them anymore, but yeah, I heard about it. Well, yeah, who had the most ratings?
Well, over on Diva Tomboy, she screenshotted it, and Miss O at one point was higher up than Miss Ronnie IQ. But it was also, you got to think about, like, when you're talking about real life events, sometimes this sector um, doesn't really want to listen to that. And sometimes they do, and sometimes they want to do the salaciousness. I think there was a lot of people watching both.
Okay. Well, the replay will tell it all, right? Yeah.
Yep, that replay is really what's going to tell it, in my
Right.
opinion. The views after the replay. Hey, Corio, hey, Straight Out of Storyline. I dropped the links. It's all, and it is pinned to the top also for anybody who wants to join this morning. But ooh, it was a lot going on in this sector of the weekend. I will say, Miss Nika, did you see her beautiful self? She was looking so cute this
I
weekend.
seen the little replay thing and I missed the birthday party. By the time I got home and I went over to pass, somebody had just came over there and said it just ended. I said, oh shit, I didn't see it live. So I got to make it up next time she go live. But yeah, I saw it. She looked nice.
Is that you, my beauty?
It's me.
Hey, love.
Hey, Charlie. Girl, I wasn't trying to go live on top of you. But
Girl, I ain't worried about that. Replay.
yeah. But right. Well, we say battle of the fittest, goddamn it. But I want to answer the Miss O question. So Olivia had like 400 plus people, and then running Q, I don't think she got over 210 or whatever. But I was in both of their lives, but I really thought it was going to be a real battle of the news content. Like, we know Olivia does, her conscious stuff. She talked about Black lives and, excuse me, politics and stuff. When I kept going over there, she was talking about me. She's talking about, and of course you got to add some to the message or whatever. But she was not being herself. I got to give props to Running Q, because Running Q, she stayed true to who she is. If it's gonna be 10 of y'all in here, I need 10 quality people. If it's gonna
Right.
be she don't like extra people in there anyway if they there for the mess. Running Q don't be acknowledging trolls and stuff on her chat like that now, unless they her people that she know or whatever. But no, I kept going over to Miss Olivia. Was it salacious? Yeah, but it wasn't her. Like, everybody can't wear the cape of the villain. It ain't for everybody. It's not for everybody to wear, and it just did not look good on her. It was a mess. And I know she's not gonna be able to go live every morning doing this type of mess. I don't
Mm-mm.
believe it. I don't think she'll be able to make it through this. She's gonna have to prove to me at least by 2 weeks she can go live every morning and continue this mess up, because this stuff get draining, it gets annoying. People be your friend one day, then they're gonna flip on it. They're not gonna stay over there with her. She over there talking to people she don't even talk to, people she don't even have no respect for.
Right.
Like,
That's what I'm about to say. She don't even have respect for that method. 'Cause she recreating the Thunderdome, but then she talks about the spaceship for the same thing. So she just did a
oh,
cheat code. That's all that
yes. Yes. Yeah, and listen, and she did not address where these people saying that she's stealing people content. So all she doing is doing regurgitated content. Me and ZX, we know we do regurgitated content. Hell, we wait to the end of the week to talk about stuff that everybody talking about 10 times. We're not denying it. It's regurgitated content, but we're giving our different opinions on it, because first we gonna feed home first. We gonna feed his channel first, and I'm gonna feed my channel first.
I'm
I think we
enjoying the
doing that.
podcast. Now I ain't gonna be as I'm on bated toes. I'm tiptoeing, wondering how long this gonna last. I hope it do, but I still support. I come over there and support, but I'll just waiting. But so far, I'm loving it. I like the
It's
podcast.
yeah, I appreciate. It's challenging. Like, I will say, this is probably one of the most challenging things I had to do, and I've done a lot of things online. This is challenging. But we trying, and if it don't work, we still gonna have the challenges sitting up there. You know what I'm saying? So we trying. That's and we gonna try to get better and better each time. Um, Demetri, can you come up here if you don't
But I
mind?
agree, VS. You should try the weekday more so than the weekend because people like take the blood out the content so the weekend.
Yes.
By the time it come, they done squeeze that bitch and ain't nothing else to squeeze out.
Listen, even if you see it when we by the time we get up there is no passion in it. We just like let's do this
Hmm.
content and we done because we done already talked about it. We over it. We're over it. So
I'm ready for y'all conscious arguments because when you and VS get into y'all stuff with the conscious thing, that's the excitement I'm waiting for because that's when it's going really. I'm ready for
I
y'all. I
don't
know
know if
y'all doing
he
what y'all got to do to get it off, but
I don't know if he ready to do that. I'm ready to do that. Like I want to talk about, even like I even mentioned, I wouldn't mind talking about some of my childhood, some of the reasons why I feel like, men are failing, us women, like it don't have to just be about, GAY men, like just in general, I feel like as a whole, women, we are being turned into men. We are hardened. We are turned into man. I could do everything but fix a motor and change a tire. And I'm sure I could do a tire. Just one thing I never did. But I can do everything else. I've done everything pretty much on my own a lot. And I'm not supposed to be like this. I should be able to have somebody I could pick up the phone and call. I remember when one of my friends was moving, she called me and we ended up calling all of our friend girls and we all helped her move out of the house, all women. And it was like it just don't
right.
feel right. I don't like it.
He'll like that angle, but what y'all are gonna disagree is the whole passport bro red pill line, and I can't fucking wait. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we tipped to okay, Demetri says she back. So so I do watch Demetria. And
She
Demetria,
did a really good show Sunday, and it was salacious about a guy who was using. He went in public, and she tried to show the video, and God said no. That he was in there. He literally took a cucumber and was doing something to his. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
Up
mm-hmm,
and down, and he did it in somebody's front yard. He did it in somebody's front yard. So she's doing that on Sundays. She's doing real content. She's doing her Sunday shows. I thought
yeah.
I'd, put that out there for anybody who's wanting to see it because it was funny this weekend.
No, and I had put on my community wall to Demetria. I said, I said, Demetria, I have shared you out before. You probably don't know I shared you. I have shared you out before. Demetria does good content, and we all know she gives good visuals. The only thing Demetria does, in my opinion, and I don't mind coming on her channel. I know her is gonna ambush the fuck out of me, but the one thing about Demetria, sometimes when she presents what other people are doing and what she's doing, and they're getting accolades and she's not getting accolades, it comes off as hateful. And I say the same thing that she say. I say, "Oh, these people are supporting these people; they not doing that." But when I say it, it comes off a little different. Everybody can't say the same thing the same way. You have to move a little bit different. Yes, I can be vicious, but I always put a little sugar on top of my viciousness. And then sometimes I get a lot of free passes because they was like, that's just BS. But Demetria comes off as a hater sometimes, a lot of times. And if Demetria got good content, if she can kind of tweak the way she say stuff, people won't take it so personal. Because sometimes Demetria be talking about me, I'm like, damn, I feel like she hate me. What have I done to Demetria? I feel hatred coming towards me. I'm like, I have plenty of people do commentary on me and it's not in my favor. But sometimes certain people, I feel hatred coming off their body. I'm like, damn, I don't hate you. Why you hate me? Like, what did I do to you? So that's the only thing I want to say. And there's some people I do be want to put some fire on, but I know I have to play nice. You have to be cordial. And so that's the only reason why I think people are not really giving Demetria the accolades on the stories like Charlie just said that she does give good content and just gave good content this week. I was over there. I was peeking, seeing what she was talking about. But I just think you need to dial it back a little bit. That's all. That's my opinion. I know you didn't ask for it. And I know you might try to drag me for it. But it's just the way you say stuff. You know. I don't hate Reed. And you saw what me and her just went through. They say I hate K Fit. No, I've been molested before as a child. I've been abused before. So I know what it's like for people to not pay attention. Louisiana Red telling K Fit to put some shorts on your child while up on YouTube. Why everybody beating up on this lady? That's wrong. That lady said nothing wrong. So everybody like, VS hate K Fit. I don't hate her. I just know what it's like to have a parent that's not paying attention.
I
I didn't have that.
truly, me myself, and I like K Fit, and now because of them trying to pin us against each other, feel like I'm not welcome over there, and it kind of hurts my feelings a little bit.
Hold on, what happened? Say that again.
They trying to pin me and her against each other because I've been sharing on my community wall.
She's not the first one to share on the community wall. When I
Ashley
first
was
came, hold
doing
on. When
it.
we first came, who came up with with road mapping on the community wall?
Diva.
When I first came back, I was doing
Pizarro
road
used to
mapping.
plug everybody's live at one
Pizarro.
time.
Right.
It's been a
Everybody.
lot of people.
Yeah. A lot of people do road mapping. You just telling people where to go. I used to do it for the outside sectors. But Diva Tomboyish, nobody has outdone her community wall. Now it seemed like she slowed down a little bit, but even when me and Diva had a little issue, I always went to Diva wall. We would listen, me and Reed would sit back and laugh at it. We was like, man, forget Diva. She messy, she this. And then I was like, I'm finna go on Diva wall to see where to go to. Because Diva had it going on with the community wall. Why should we pay somebody for the community wall road mapping? And now I'm getting word that somebody is trying to go at you, Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who you and the Miss O got in common, and we're gonna leave it at that. But now I
VS, what
guess
they trying to do? Hell.
so now that person I guess is gonna be going after Charlie. Well, you better put your foot on her neck real good, because one thing about VS, she ain't gonna stop talking about who I want to talk. You know, I'm not gonna stop talking about who I want to talk about. So if y'all think going at Charlie's gonna make me shut up, that ain't gonna work. Y'all got to go to Plan B on this one. That's not gonna work. I'm not gonna stop.
Why can't it stay one-on-one? Because why does anybody else need to get involved if it's just words right now? It's just a little tit tat. Why can't they tit tat? If they feel like you dragging it, won't they go drag back?
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh Lord, Charlie, you're gonna be ducks and everything
I'm
else gonna
telling
be fine.
child.
I mean,
Oh
that's what
child,
they
they
doing
done
now.
doxed me. They done did everything, child. I'm like, wow, Lord, what did I do to you?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't did
Mm-hmm.
You
nothing to
just was
nobody.
you was you and you didn't play the right game, child. I guess, child. You pulled the wrong card, child.
I guess
Mm-hmm.
it's my week.
No, but Charlie, use it as a stepping stone to get notoriety and get more subscribers or whatever. And you already know, don't play into the race card, because that's the one thing they're gonna try to bring up. But one thing for sure, this white woman ain't got her child online with no shorts on. Now we're gonna use that every time. We could talk about the white woman, but do this white woman. This is a sector with 95% black people. Are we gonna be mad at Charlie because she white? Or are we gonna be mad at a black woman who got a child on here with some goddamn tighty whities on? Like, come on now. Y'all better wake up, stay woke. Stop it.
Well, think about it, VS. I've been doing the road mapping for a long time now. It's just
You
I
have.
didn't have nobody subscribed to me really at the time,
Thank you.
and nobody paid attention to it as much.
Thank you.
Oh shit.
And Charlie, let me say this. When Reed left, a position came available. Now anybody could have stepped into this time slot and started, doing some content at this time. You chose to do it. Now, did I mention it to a couple of people? Yeah, but you did too. At the end of the day, you earn these people. It's people. The Miss O and I have never been friends or talk behind the scenes or anything like that. You earn her respect and she earned your respect, however y'all get along, whatever, because y'all built something. You and Demon's O got something. She don't come sit on my platform. You and Choreo, you and the Hood Table. These are people you have built relationships with. I didn't build these relationships. I don't even go on these people's channel. So you earn the respect from certain people. That has nothing to do with VS. That's you. You did that.
Right.
Yeah, they coming after me, and this ain't the first time. VS, you remember back in the day when I wasn't even content creating, and they were coming after me just for moderating. They've done this for a while now,
Yeah.
and they think it's going to get after you, but it's not, because what, you're going to read me for being white?
Right.
That can only go
Charlie
so
has been
far.
doxxed before. I'm looking at the person chat. Charlie has already been doxxed. Charlie has been so doxxed so bad that they even doxxed her sister who passed away. And we ain't going into details on who did it, but Charlie, that was done. They done posted pictures. Okay, now what do you have? What do you have? Charlie name is out there. We already know y'all got a picture of her fiance. We didn't see y'all get the picture. She didn't make it private on her Facebook. Y'all been had it. She still don't have it private. Okay, y'all found her sister. Now what's next? What are y'all gonna get next? Are y'all gonna go out to Mississippi into the country where she stayed to confront her? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. And I'm gonna slow down before I say something out of whack where people gonna be mad with me, and I don't want them to take it out on you because it's a lot of trees out there. So y'all gonna go out there to y'all going to Mississippi to confront Charlie? Yes or no? That's all I want to know. Is you bringing your black ass out to where she? Because I know I ain't bringing my black ass. Now Charlie, I love you, but we want to meet at the local McDonald's. Now, is y'all going out to where she at? Because she definitely out in the sticks and woods. Are y'all going out there? Nope. So shut up. Shut
And
up.
Jay Dunn's right. She Sassy Show used to have the popping community wall too. If y'all remember, that's where we used to go over to Sassy's all the time to check her community wall. I love the way she did her breakdowns. Then she stopped doing it and I was sad. Sassy, we love you, my bougie bae.
She need to come back too. I mean, we didn't had our fun with the picture and her and Shefford and had that thing. That's all. Like, I don't feel any hatred from that stuff. Like it's like it happened. It's over. The Miss O, you are probably, I could say on my 3 fingers, people who have a lot of power in the sector. You're one of them. Cause you're not indebted to YouTube the way some of us are. You will come, you will pop your shit, and you will disappear in their ass. Everybody like, what demons? Oh, everybody trying to interview you, everybody trying to get you on a panel. Then you will take off on their ass. Like that is power right there. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all do it. And it runs people nuts. And you'll say, I got the receipts, and then you'll disappear for a week. Everybody was like, well, hold on now. This woman said she got the receipts and she gone. And people are irritated by you, and you ain't even doing nothing. Just the mere fact you just there. You might just come into the chat, say hi. People go crazy that they cannot get rid of you, and that is your
Mm-hmm.
power. Oh my God.
I know, Charlie. I wish I could have gave you my 4,000 people, child. I just, honey, because that was just a rash decision, child. I would have transferred them to you if I could have. But I
Yeah,
think
that's the
them.
only thing that Miss Demon saw. I was like, Demon saw, don't delete your channel. Don't do that.
Yeah, I would have put
Now
on
I might have to give
private
me
or
a little.
something.
I'm already on, child. I'm already activated my little backup. I had forgot about child. I ain't gonna be not tempted not to cuss nobody out because I ain't able to get my shit off. Jay Wilson. You can't overtalk him on his own lane. And then I still got. I be on. I still have to have a dedicated link. So I was like, let me on. I gotta go and activate this shit, bitch. I think it's ready now. I gotta have a response because I gotta have my way on that damn link.
Well, you let me know and let me see that backup, and I will make sure it's promoted for you, and let them know Demon So is over here on her backup.
And
But
then Miss O,
yeah.
you one of the ones we be running from when you get the reading down. And I'm not gonna keep bringing up certain people's names. With me and a certain content, we be behind the scenes. I'm like, I ain't finna get no word about it with no goddamn demons old ass. It's like she up there. One day, and then one read I never forget. It was after that Nicki Minaj concert. I think people was bothering, and you was on Pizarro's panel, and you started going in and. Oh, you going to get mad at me because you like me and you want this Aquafina, you want to taste this Aquafina water. And I was like, what? Like, and we was behind the scenes just laugh. I said, nah, I ain't finna get some read match with that bitch.
Oh, I
No,
think it was
no,
Ness hating on
no.
me at the concert,
Yeah,
child.
nobody want to read with you. I'm sorry. That I had to get you another way, but it definitely ain't finna be no read off, baby. You won. You got it. You got it.
Yeah, that was my old Nessie
No,
Pooh
ma'am.
over there getting on my nerves. What's
You
up,
be
Nessie Pooh?
snapping.
Time to do that vertical hole.
Yeah, but that could be a whole other topic. The vertical lives that she's doing, everybody do that if you go live from your phone though. I don't see what
Hmm.
she's doing any different than anybody else doing. Not even. I really believe she's buying views. Like I'm telling you, I be working my. I didn't slow down a little bit. I work my butt off. I know how it is to pay. It don't. You don't get no 1,000 subs no every day and no 500. It don't work like that. Nah. Mm-mm. No, it don't work like that.
Well,
It
this
don't.
he showed us. He girl, I'm gonna give you go to my backup channel. I got like two something on there. You can go ahead and get your girl a few subs because this is gonna be a throwaway something anyway, child.
Yeah,
But yeah, she did that. He showed that, but he's so funny. That's why I tell people when people actually have fuck around money, they don't see it like you do. Like people will spend money to make
yeah,
people look foolish or whatever just
yeah,
because they can.
yeah, yeah. And people saying that he is lying. I don't believe he is lying about that at all.
Nah.
I don't believe you can look at it. You can look that stuff up. So
Yeah, they be
yeah.
have groups all. They even got groups in Facebook that you ain't even got to pay for that they help you get your subs. So I don't
Hmm.
believe she did that at all. I believe she did that completely right. And $100 for her, the way she used to give money, please, that ain't nothing. That's
Yeah.
lunch.
Oh, but hold on now. Now YouTube lets you pay for promotion too. Now you could pay them in the
Oh
settings.
yeah, the boost thing, the
Yeah,
boosting
you
your
can boost
channel.
your yeah. I just never like I just feel I'm not saying I would never ever do it in the future. Like if I wanna like a video boosted, but I just don't feel I don't feel it necessary. I just don't. I don't feel it in my spirit to do it. But who
I can
knows?
see you doing it if like you had to get a certain like you already had motion, but certain brand people or certain people had a quota like for a partnership with them, and you just had to get yourself boosted. Now I wouldn't judge
Yeah,
anybody that did that because it's still you got the traffic, you got the heat, you just trying to meet some like requirements, and I'm sure
right.
that happens.
But is that considered buying views and stuff like that? If well, I guess it is. I guess
If you add about 5,000 subs or something, yeah, it's still boosting like your social profile, but it's still not boosting your like you said, your views and your attention.
Yeah. I don't. I
And it
don't.
probably
I
ain't
don't.
changing. It ain't changing your check either. So
Exactly. And see, that's another thing. You're not people not getting paid. It's just the facade of it. That's why I used to tell people, I was like, all you gotta do is get your 500. The money gonna come from your views. Get your 500 subscribers. In a week and a half, me and ZX got over 1,000 subs, and we've already made pretty much the view count. We just waiting on YouTube to populate it and have the apply button available. We did that in a week and a half, and people, was fussing at us. But even I understand that first video, I hated it. It was bad. The second we did a little better, third better, So hopefully we keep getting better. But if not, I still got my other shows and different stuff I'm gonna do, and he still got his own stuff that he's gonna do as well. But I do want it to be like something we can sit down and have a real deep discussion about certain things. Just like when Louisiana Red came up there, I like that discussion we had with her. This lady was getting a bad rap all this time, had a whole sector going after her, and they didn't even know the real thing. A lot of people say, "Oh, we didn't know. We thought you called this girl kid dirty," and that wasn't the case. So we cleared that up. The child wasn't dirty.
thank goodness you did that for her because most people don't get that done for it, and it's group think and it's the mob mentality. Like today, I heard a little bit of your live and I said, good thing VS don't give a fuck because they is finna come out here for the prom queen like a motherfucker in about five, four, three, two, one.
Oh no, and listen, I said some stuff about Running Q, and I know it wasn't in her favor because I do feel like she had some moments like and some people who actually I watch Running Q in the morning. Sometimes I just don't drop down. I be in her bushes if I'm up early enough. And Ronnie Q was having like a brain fog. You could tell something was going on. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna give real commentary. Okay. Now today she had a great day. So we all have those moments. But if I see something up, I'm gonna say something. Just like Ronnie Q gonna do me the same way. Ronnie Q didn't came up there and read me down and got me together on some stuff before. But I'm not just gonna wake up and try to go at her. If Olivia had really did her real content that I know that she's passionate about, I would have said she won. But those numbers are trolls. Those were people who just dislike Running Q. They wasn't there for the right reasons. And they're not going to stay because Olivia not going to stay. She's not.
I don't even give her. You gave her 2 weeks. I don't give her 2 weeks. Child. Maybe since her breathing and shit fixed, but I don't give her 2 weeks. But 2 weeks is about it. She ain't got running Q stamina now. That ain't gonna
No.
happen.
Running Q
And if we
love
want to recreate battle domes, like it's running Q guys support. I don't get along with either one of them right now. But if we want to create the whole battle dome, like you want to do the super dome thing just to
now
see,
now she gonna get the
I
numbers
would
off of
click
that.
running Q link way before I would click Olivia's and
Mm-hmm.
read down for free. So if she want to
Mm-hmm.
play that game, running Q, I click your link. Now,
Ah,
eh,
yes. Yeah, Running Q got true supporters because and then it's about people who's consistently trying to feed the sector. Olivia, she come and go. You know what I'm saying? She don't care about this sector. She come do a thing, she'll dip out, she'll go somewhere else, harass other sectors, and then she'll come back. like she not in it. She not passionate about it or whatever. Trying to make it better. So, Ronnie Q, if you listen, just keep doing your thing. And if Olivia come and do better, I'm gonna come and say, well, Olivia did good. She did better than Ronnie Q. You know.
Well, Charlie don't come on until like what's that? Because I'm in Central. You come on my 8:30 my time, so you come on 9:30 Eastern, Charlie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what time
Well,
I come on.
VS now, I'm probably gonna get in trouble running Q and if he go cuss me out. But
Mhm.
that's what I was missing from you when you came back. Well, you did it for because I was telling you in your chats, I miss those damn in the morning. I miss that real shit where shit I ain't got no
Mhm.
bacon shit. I'm finna fry some damn weenies and eggs, the same goddamn thing. That's that country shit we be doing too. And
Yep.
like, what the fuck is the same flavor
Fried
component?
bologna.
And
Fried
making that
bologna
damn
in the morning.
coffee. Girl, you thrive in the morning. And I don't know how you used to have the energy. I would have one eye open, getting ready, listening, but still have it set. So if that was ever a battle, child, that the battle over there.
Well, okay, so because I'm getting older, I've been working on staying in the bed longer
Oh.
because I'm one of those people. Once my feet hit the ground, I'm just doing something, and that cause issues. So I'm trying to keep my mind straight. If people say that this online stuff doesn't cause mental health issues, depression, anxiety, being angry all the time, no, that's real. And I'm gonna be honest. Like sometimes I have to come on here. Listen. I could have broke some folks down to the ground. Like I've been real soft with people. I'm telling, I have been so angry in my real life, and I would come online. This is how I used to do it before I left. I would come on here and I would spew all that shit on here to everybody or whoever I feel like I want to put it on. I would spew it out to them, and I would get off here and I would feel better. I don't want to put that energy out on people, man. I'm trying to get love back in my life. I'm trying to get my heart right. I got a lot of anger issues. I got stuff going in my life. Even with my daughter leaving, those emotions and feelings, I don't know where they at. I don't feel them. Like I'm numb. So I'm tucking those things off somewhere. So when I come on here, I don't want to put that energy on certain people. I don't want to do that to nobody no more. I enjoy doing that at one point. I don't enjoy doing that. It don't make me feel good. When me and Reed got into it, I just had to get Reed up off me. I didn't feel good about that. I felt horrible. That did not feel good to me. But how else was I gonna get somebody up off me talking about my child? You talking about my child? You think I'm gonna let that ride? No, I'm about to eat you. And I did it real gently. I could have made everybody in their household jump off a bridge just with the shit I know. Man, I could have said a lot of stuff. I didn't, and I got offline. And that shit hurt me. I didn't want to argue with her like that. I thought it was just gonna be me and her kind of maybe taking dabs at each other. Okay, call me a man and this and that. I didn't want to bring the kid up, but baby, you said my son fucking dogs. Baby, I gotta eat you, and I gotta handle you. And I did it as nice as possible, but I could have went way deeper because I know so. Well, I mean, what Demetri did was nothing. Man, I could have got down. I'm talking about chopping at the knees, and still can. I don't want to do that.
Me neither. I want y'all to leave it like this. I don't want to go no further.
Yeah, I mean, I care about Reed. However, I was doing a lot of things, holding
Still,
myself
you would
back.
say that still now that you care about her?
I care about Reed, but I didn't think we hit the point to where we was friends. Like the word friends was. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
she
say
felt.
this:
I
we
think
would
she
be
felt
on the
like y'all
phone
were
before.
friends.
Yeah, like we would be on the phone, and let's say we talked about something deep. Reed would she would count, she would say like, VS, I consider you my friend. But this would be after she said something really, emotional or deep, right? So I would be like, is she saying that just so, to kind of make sure that I'm not gonna say nothing? Because I'm really not, but like, we was growing, but I didn't feel like we had hit the point. It's hard for me to say I got friends. Certain people are
Right.
friends, especially online. Because I've been friends with people I thought 5-6 years, and they have done some real heinous stuff to me. So I felt like we was getting there. When I said speaking or spitting, call me a man. Talk about I ain't got no man. Talk about, like, it's so many things you could talk about me. Make up stories on me that the people saying and this and that, all kinds of stuff. Go ahead. But when you get into the kids, I was gonna say something back. You know I was gonna say something back. Ain't no way you thought I was gonna be that scared of you and I was gonna let that ride. But I didn't want that to happen. Like I didn't. But it happened. You know? It did, you know. So no,
That's
I didn't
that's
want her to
like
leave, you know, but if she gonna be gone, then somebody gonna take your spot. Just like when I left, when I had to got on probation, okay, somebody took my spot and kept it moving. So nobody's gonna wait for nobody.
that's like there was some people running around saying I intentionally snake Reed. No, I've always cared about Reed. I was always in every one of her chats. If anybody knew anything that I liked her, it had me taking the spot had, in my opinion, for me, had nothing to do with her. It was the fact that it was free. I've been talking about going live for a while.
Mhm.
Everybody was on my butt about not going live. And I was like, well, here's a free spot. Nobody's using it. Why don't I do it?
You seized an opportunity, Charlie, and you don't have to apologize for it. Now, if she come back and go live at her regular time, now it's gonna be the battle of the fittest. It ain't gonna be no Charlie finna disappear because she back. No, it's the battle of the fitness. Just like Charlie still went live, and I went live today, and me and Charlie are friends. I still went live while she was live. It's the battle of the fittest. Everybody do
Yeah,
their
but you
content.
sent your whole chat over here though, VS. Too. I mean, so you were supportive, but I don't think. But Charlie, hold off on that until you hear Reed. Till she come back with a channel and actually says that for herself, because she. I don't necessarily. I mean, I haven't. I don't know what rumors you heard. I haven't heard any rumors that she mad at you for doing this or whatever. When you first did this, I was thinking, oh, Charlie must have had this in the work. She got a flyer, but then I started thinking, nah, Charlie's kind of good with that kind of stuff, so it don't really take that much time to do flyers and get things going and just say I'm gonna go ahead. And I'm sure VS encouragement and all of that. So I said, yeah. So I don't think that you should let nobody else tell you until you figure it out. Now if she come and it's a problem, I'm not gonna say that you don't need to just maintain your spot and do what you need to do. But I wouldn't feel that way because until you hear it from the horse's mouth. Because you know
And
how people are, they want y'all to have, and then they thinking you're gonna leave or you're doing it to be malicious. But once you
Mhm.
stay, then you will see, no, that's not what you do.
Charlie was looking for her footing anyway. She was trying to figure out how can I fit it, fit into a spot. Because Charlie been up here, she'll sing. Okay, people ain't really supporting nobody singing. Okay, so she's been doing like little videos. She'll share them over here. Nobody supporting that. Charlie be on everybody platform helping other people make money. So it was no spot. So when this came, when Reed left, yeah, that's would have been the best timing because there's been no other way that we could try to fit Charlie in somewhere. No matter how much I promote her, I wouldn't able to like help get her to a certain spot. So if this is available, everybody used to being live this early in the morning. You know, why not Charlie? If y'all able to listen to this woman on other people platforms, why can't you listen to her on her own platform?
I like how you doing the mess, but then you also taking one story and you following it through the end. Especially if you keep on giving us updates about this same story, even when you introduce another one, because that's the kind of fun channel. I always thought about just having like how everybody doing the revivals. I thought about just doing the Tuck Up channel, just like finding people from because when I was on my B set the break, I started catching up on shows like 60 Days In, and now everybody has started like the new kids are watching Sex in the City, so it's like a
Mhm,
market for all that stuff. And the people over here do cases, they'll do it every now and then and slip it in,
mhm,
but it don't really be the same thing. We'd be like, oh, whatever happened to them little boys? Like when Miss Bless used to do it in the morning. She would take
mhm,
the story. We would do it over there. We would take the story, but then follow it through, introduce a new one, but then say, oh,
mhm.
by the way, we got to update in the case. So I like that because everybody loves the true crime thing, and I think it's perfect to mix that. So that yeah, you and Ree would be doing something different anyway if she came back.
Mhm. Yep. Because Reed, she does the receipts and she actually watched lives all the way through and give the cliff notes. And Charlie, she like you said, she does it in a not so messy type way. We love to mess over here, but she does it in a way where it's not very offensive.
Right.
Well, I
Which
don't
is
want to take
needed
over
because these
your
people
show,
over here, they tell you
Charlie.
they bad as hell, but we the most sensitive motherfuckers. Like we might
Yeah.
sound like barracudas, but they sensitive as hell. So they like the way you give it up. It's a nice way
Mhm,
to stay, and I like
mhm,
that too. I wish I could be wise like you, but because you will save yourself. You still not changing your opinion. Because even when I came over here and I had to get up here and say, "Nah, Charlie, I'm not going against you," but you still didn't change your opinion. You just said this is what I'm reporting, and you held firm. People gotta respect that.
mhm,
I try to keep it as fair as possible. Like if I hear you say something, then I hear KRN say something, or and y'all are going back and forth and having your little get back, I'm gonna try to report on what you say and he says to keep it right down the middle. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going for one or the other. I'm telling y'all what happened between the two people, and
Mhm.
people can choose their side themselves. And
Right.
thank you, VS Beautiful. You ain't never taken off my show. You know what I'm saying? You always welcome.
Yeah, but I want you to be seen as a individual and not as a VS. You know how they do it. So that's sometimes I might just jump in the chat and drop your stuff, but then I'll disappear, so people could be comfortable, so I don't feel like I'm trying to take over or anything like that. So
Reed just be over there making stuff up, and I'm happy that I ain't got to listen to made up stories.
Here we go. Jake go
Hey, Jay
Jake. What's up,
Dizzle.
Jake?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing swell. How are you?
I'm doing good. I was sitting there. We were talking about. I did give an update on the Carly case. We were talking about
Yeah,
that
I
this
got here
morning.
late and I read about to the beginning, but I caught up. That's what I was waiting to catch up before I clicked the link. But I did. I heard you and Dovey talking about it, which was a good discussion.
I really believe that that it's a sad situation to see on the kid, because yeah, does she deserve repercussions for her actions? Yes, because a life was taken. But then you got to think about the poor family. What are your thought processes on it, Jay Dizzle?
Well, I still don't understand how the stepdaddy is still being so supportive of her. I think, especially because it just happened in March. It would take me a lot for me to forget about the fact that you tried to shoot me and kill me. That you held 3 bullets in a gun waiting on me to come home. That's gonna be hard for me to get over that. So I'm very, very shocked that he is so loving and gentle with her, even though she did that. And especially the fact that his wife is gone because of her. I mean, that's a lot to process.
But
I don't even know as her mother would I be able to be as forgiving as the stepdad.
Right? Well,
Like
that's
if she
the
didn't
thing.
kill
That
me,
was
she
her
just shot me.
biological. That was her biological mama that she did that to.
I
And I
know that's
just
what I'm
think that's
saying. I was
crazy.
saying if the mama wasn't dead and she just had shot
Mm-hmm.
me, I said I don't know if I could be as forgiving as her own mama that the stepdaddy is being is forgiving her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it just happened in March. Barely 6 months ago, this just happened. 6 months. I don't know. I don't know if I could. Like, I don't think I'd be taking her calls. Don't call me. Don't ask me for nothing. Nothing.
yeah, like it's to think about it. It's like he walked in and she sent him the text message, so she preemptively knew that she was going to do that
See,
to her
that's where
stepfather.
intent go. That's why I think they put that little hoe in jail. Let me, God forgive me, because see, that's where intent go. Because I can go with mental illness, I can go, but when I heard over here, because you're the one that acquainted me with the case, I had heard about it superficially. But when you was paying the psychological evaluation thing from the girl, the lady who gave her meds, and when I heard what meds she gave, I said, nah, oh girl misdiagnosed her, but I don't think it's no legal things with that because what she was on was not enough to make her have no imbalance due to no medication. That shit was child's play what they had her on. So my whole thing is I think the diagnosis probably was different, but with psychosis like that, it's hard. Especially if you go into like a licensed counselor, not a psychiatrist, because or if you're just getting somebody doing you meds and they're not really getting into deep there because you heard her say therapy was recommended. And that's part of the problem. I think they need to change the mandate. You should not be able to
Mm-hmm.
get those psychotropic meds unless you to the point of schizophrenic insanity and you have to be saved from the world unless you keep up with the therapy. It should go hand in hand. And that's the problem. They get these white people with insurance and black people with affluence, those middle class, because the lower class white people, the lower class black people don't get, they on waiting lists. So they go ahead and they give them this little stuff so they can stay in school and not get on the teacher's nerves. And then they don't have no counseling responsibility to it.
But that's even part of the thing too that would make it hard for me to forgive if I was his stepdaddy. Cause y'all do realize that he probably the one that's paying for her legal bills.
Right,
Imagine
and then
that.
her basic needs. Yeah, think about it. You were supplying a child's.
He done paid
I
for
don't
them
understand.
damn lawyers, done
Right.
paid for all that. And when you got a case like that, oh, that legal bill is like, I would say $30,000 with what she being, charged with. I could only imagine.
I was about to ask Jay Dunn to do a quick rundown of what the associated legal costs may be for
Well,
estimate.
I heard that if it's felon charges, it costs more. But it just depends on what all they need. Like all them expert witnesses and stuff that we watched through her trial, them people had to be
Hmm.
paid to be there. And
So
if
were
her
they
defense,
affluent, Charlie? Did they have money like that? Because what did the mom do? Do you know?
The mom was a teacher at the
Okay,
school
and
that
you
she went to school with.
and what he do?
I don't think they said, Jay Don, did you see? Because I didn't see what they said he done. I think now he was at
no,
work.
I know that he worked outside of the home. But I
Hmm.
feel like he had like one of those what is it, the blue collar jobs, like probably like construction or something.
I know it
But
was
I
hard
don't
for
know
that
for sure.
mom to go to that same school with her with behavior problems or other issues to it. It's just a whole lot. But I'm like Jayden, I would have thought that maybe he, with time, he would have maybe talked to her and checked on her as she advanced. He might have prayed about it, had a moment, and went back. It is interesting that he's heavy at the beginning because I'm wanting to think is he in shock of some sort. Like I'm thinking he's trying to blame it. He believes it was a higher power or a demon, and he's coming from the thing like he said she's like a demon. So I'm thinking he in his head he's thinking she couldn't help it because something came over her. He's not looking at the preemptive things because I'm wondering what would have happened if they didn't get her off. Say I mean if she got off. Say she got off. I wonder would he just be raising her? I guess he would be.
I bet he would be. But even that right there is like part of it because I just think about I don't know. That's just a lot because I don't think he had a choice to isolate himself from the situation because at the end of the day, he is her legal guardian, right?
Right.
Because she was only 14, so the legal guardian got to be involved whether she just tried to almost kill you or not. And I think that's messed up. Like it ain't like he could have just said y'all could keep up in the jail and like give her
Well, he
the
could have, but they would have filed
emancipate
abandonment
her.
on him and made him pay child support.
Or emancipate her and let her be over there to fend for herself. I think he had to be involved regardless. He probably was the one getting her a legal team together, all types of stuff.
Well, y'all
Because he
know
probably
that
was trying to
case.
find for the. Because he probably was looking for that thing. He probably was looking for that expert to say that one thing that people didn't think. Oh my God, that's what she has. We have a name to it, and that to him probably would lessen what she did.
Well, they had that case in Florida where the child had murdered the father, and he got off on it, and then the mother took custody, and he murdered her a year later. And they said if he had gotten off on the second one, he probably would have did it to the grandma too.
Right. That's
Yeah,
just
I heard
wild.
about that case too. It is. And that's the thing, Demon. So that's why I was wanting to know your opinion. Because, I mean, hell, if I ain't mistaken, your child is like around the same age as this child. And
Well,
just
she
think about
12,
that.
yeah. She'll be 13 in June. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said, even as a mother, like, I know what all I've sacrificed. Shit, I almost died about y'all. So it's like, they say, I'll take you in, take you out. So but for her to try to take you out and that whole psychological, that's why I said, I don't even know as a parent. But I know that maternal instinct would tick because you don't want nobody to you still don't want nobody to mistreat your child. See, that's the thing. Like, oh God, I don't even want to think about that. Because even when they go against you now, like my child make all A's and she's good, but shit, she's still sneaky. Kids are sneaky. They do stuff that you would never think they do. You'll look and you'll get so disappointed. So I've even had things that made me disappointed. So I couldn't imagine actually trying to harm me. I don't know. That would take a lot, but I don't. That would take a lot.
And I think the messed up part about it too, because I caught easily about 75% of the trial, like the whole thing, not just clips. And the state as well as the defense interviewed these psychologists. And the girl had to have gone through about 2 to 3 psychologists over the course of her childhood. And it's like, so it's clear to me that the parents saw that something was wrong and was trying to get her help, but it just ain't work.
Yeah,
Right. So yeah, they weren't
she,
not. Now, that's another good thing. They were not trying to get this little girl help. And that's what make it even more horrible. Like they were actually trying. They didn't like sit there and knew she was like making a bomb in their room, like in Columbine, and never checked her room for 6 months and stuff like that. Like that's negligence. But they were actually trying.
she had a younger sister who passed when she was about 4 years old, and they put her in therapy then, and that's when it started. And she had took equine therapy, which is with horses, and
Mm-hmm.
then she went through another kind, and then they said that that the little girl felt that the therapy wasn't working, or the mom had said that, and so they took her out, but then they put her back in it because she was having depressive moments and all that, so they were trying to get her help, but sometimes you can give all you want and it ain't gonna help.
And
Right.
one thing too that I heard as well, she don't have a good relationship with her biological father. And if you notice throughout the court thing in the clips, you'll never see him get interviewed not one time. So it's
That's
almost
weird
like
to me. That's
I don't
another thing.
even know
Why
that
is
he
he
was even
getting
there.
off? Right. Because that's, I mean, as a parent, you still need to have the father that pays child support gets a lot of the not blame for the other things that goes into being a parent. Okay, he paid his child support. If he did or not, I don't know. But even if he did, he still has a responsibility to try to do everything mentally too. If what his wife wasn't doing was working and he was really concerned, he can take his ass down, of course, and try to get full custody and save his child. That's, I mean, that's an attempt. So I'm like, okay, what about his responsibility as a parent as well? Like, you knew that she was, if you didn't even know that she was having these problems, that's another problem.
Well, they've been in a custody battle for a while, and that's another reason that they got her help was because of the custody battle. That's another reason that she was in therapy before this time, because it put a lot of strain on the child. Them being fighting back and forth, no telling what was being said, to the child, and then you have the child going to school, and the mom's also, a teacher there, and her friends were snitching to her mom about it, but and she literally shot her mom while she was in her bedroom trying to get out the vape pens over vape pens. Really? Just because you're mad your mom took your drugs away? you know I'm sorry, but that's crazy to me.
But don't forget it was her man too. Especially when
Hmm.
you said that the boyfriend that she was talking to was a grown man. It amazes me what some of these little teenage girls do for these men, and especially when it be these old ass men. Lord, I was talking to one of my friends about that because when I was in junior high, I remember this one girl being pregnant. We was in seventh grade, and she was pregnant. I remember her always walking around with one of them rolly backpacks, and she was waddling with a big belly with a rolly backpack because she couldn't even wear a regular backpack like everybody else. But I say all that to say, even in junior high, we speculated on who the father was, and lo and behold, it ended up being an old ass man. And do y'all know that he was a friend of their family? And I don't even think he got prosecuted or anything. I don't think they ever her family even tried to take action or anything. And I say all that to say these little girls, if they feel like they in love with this old ass man, ain't no telling what they do.
Yeah, because when I saw the therapist state that the mother had told the therapist that, and Carly had said this herself, that she was upset that the mother had taken her, she was on Snapchat talking to an older man, and that her mother said, basically, no, you're not allowed to speak to him. I was like, ooh, that's the start of it. I think it was because she was acting out, and the mother was doing what a mother should do. um it's no reason for her to do what she did, but I think she was being bratty at the time, being a teenager, and you got to think she has daddy issues too, because her real father's not in there, even though her stepfather's trying. That leaves a lot of hurt and anger for a child, the father not being there.
Right. Yeah, I was just saying, have you said that thing too? Because that's the one thing that bothered me. I was going to ask you your opinion on that too. Like the whole, I'm agreeing with what's happened, but then I can't say, because I don't, the life is what I have an issue with for her age. But then if I agree that some of it was premeditated, then I'm like, okay. And then she actually set up her stepfather to come in then to try to shoot him too. Then I'm like, well, can I really feel bad about life? That's just so hard to say, because it's like, but then she's 14. So there are
But
people who
this
get
is the
out after
thing.
murder.
But see, this is the thing, and I looked at a couple of videos, which y'all can find. But chronologically, the long and short of it, that made her get this sentence is A, they had surveillance footage inside of their kitchen area. And she was watched coming into the kitchen after taking the two dogs out while her mama was up in her room trying to get rid of the vape pens and stuff. And she went and got that gun, but when she passed by the kitchen, she kept it behind her back because she knew that they had a camera up in their kitchen. So she knew that she was wrong because she didn't even want herself being caught or seen with the GUN on camera. Then, of course, you hear like the three shots, and then she come back to the kitchen with it still behind her back so that the camera don't see it. Then she texting the stepdaddy, asking him honey, when are you gonna be home off the mama's phone? So it's things like this that made them give her such a harsh thing because it's clear that she knew what she was doing. And that's why, even though the stepdaddy is saying that she could have been possessed, which I would never buy demon possession for anything like this. When have you ever known somebody just killing somebody because of a demon possession? But the fact is, it was clear as day that she knew what was going on to the point to where, too, she hid the things from the camera. And I think she might have tried to tamper with the camera after the fact. And that's why she got another charge of tampering with evidence.
That's exactly it, Jay Dunn. They literally they got her with the tampering of the evidence, and she also ran. Like when her stepfathers took the gun from her, she took off running. But and then you had the part where she texted her friend and told her friend, "Hey, do you want to see a dead body?" Talking about her mom. I'm like, you're talking about your mother in this way? Like you think it's cute to see, like to tell that to your friend? Hey, mom. Hey,
But
friend, do you want to see
when I
it?
heard that, even though this ain't funny, didn't they say that the boys in the hood? Wasn't that boy them
Yeah.
walking through and saw the
Hmm.
dead body? Have you ever seen the dead body? When I heard that Ness, that was the first thing I thought about was damn boys in the hood. I said, this bitch over here like Doughboy.
Where they were taking the stick and they were taking that stick and trying to touch it and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that I do believe it was premeditated, and that's why that they got her with 2 life sentences. Because I mean, you're over here, you they see you do this, like it's on camera. If it had been in the heat of the moment, she would have just walked right by that with it in her hand and went in there and did it quickly. She wouldn't have been texting the stepfather. She and you know what I'm saying. And when he got home, she probably wouldn't have been there because she did freak out and run away. She wouldn't also want to. And if she, I don't think she would have shot at him if it wasn't premeditated. Like I think she thought, if I get rid of everybody, then nobody knows what I did, even though there's cameras, and she knew it. Like,
And that was one thing too that was argued in the courts. Too, that people don't realize unless you watch the trial like how I did. So another thing that they questioned her about, and I think that they held against her friend that she invited over to see the dead body was only 14, which means this little girl can't drive. So the girl's father brought the girl over, and he was sitting out there waiting in the car, waiting on his daughter to come out, not realizing that his daughter was going up in there to see a dead body. So that was another thing that they kind of emphasized, that she deliberately inflicted that trauma onto her friend.
ooh, and
Imagine.
what if she had actually shot at the friend and the daddy's out there waiting and he didn't know all this? What if she had like really jumped off the deep end and like even went after her own friend? Like, could you imagine being out in a car thinking your child's just going to see their friend, and then that's another thing that could have happened?
Yeah, and I still want to know to this day, what in the hell did she text her friend as far as for the daddy to take her over there? Because I mean, hell, when I was a child and I wasn't driving, my friend could say she want me to come all day long, but my mom ain't about to get out of her house if she already comfortable and take me nowhere if we didn't plan that. So I'm like, she had to have told her friend it was an emergency or something for the parents to just automatically be like, okay, let's get up in the car and go over there.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah, I agree because my mama is not doing that. And the only way a friend you going to see is if you plan that 2 or 3 days in advance, because they busy too. Like, they not a lot of times just gonna jump up and take you somewhere. That's a whole nother thing. Like, what did she tell her father to get him to take her over there that early in the morning, and or in the afternoon?
No, it wasn't that early in the morning. It had to be right after school, and that's the part that baffles me. Cause y'all, after school, everybody just getting off work. Yup, I know my mama, when she came off work, girl, she was taking off her shoes, taking off her work clothes, trying to relax while I'm doing my homework or whatever. She ain't trying to just go back out, but because I'm trying to go to my friend's house, because my mama would have said, hell, didn't you just see your friend at school? Now that's what she would have told me. That would have been the answer that I would have got. But that's how come I could tell that this was white people. Because my mama would have been like, didn't you just see it? You'll see it tomorrow.
That's what
She
my
wouldn't have
mama
been
would have
taking
told
me.
me. She would have been
She
like,
wouldn't
"You'll
have
see
been
her
taking me
tomorrow."
nowhere.
My mama wouldn't be trying to
That's
take
the
me
problem. A
nowhere.
lot of these parents are scared and trying to be friends. Like it boils down to that too, trying to be cool, dad, and all of that. Because how the hell she was able to date? My child ain't dating at 14. I don't give a hell. You may get to go. I may let you drop you off at a movie thing and then come back and get you the movie. It's over when you in high school or something like that. But other than that, and I'm gonna be right there at the Navy shopping, like right across the street. Right. And call me helicopter parent. I say it all the time. You can call me a helicopter parent all you want to, because I'm not that hands on. But one thing you won't be calling and tell me is you sorry, because that's all somebody can do at the end of the day. They can call, they can say whatever they want to about your parent. But only thing they can do for you, because they can't bring your child back, is call you and say you sorry. But so at the end of the day, I'm gonna do whatever I feel like I want to do and need you to be comfortable, because ain't nobody gonna be able to do nothing for you. And he trying to be her
Yep.
friend. She had too much freedom anyway. I would have been found them damn date pens. It's too many shut doors up in these holes. I'm sorry, you don't get no privacy.
The minute that
Yeah,
my
so I
mama,
think they took all of that into consideration with giving her that sentence. Because I mean, for all we know, she could have had her friend helping her tamper with something or get rid of something. And I mean, can you really charge the friend for any type of crime because the friend didn't know that she was committing the damn crime?
yeah, I'm gonna say this. If my mama and daddy, when she was talking to the boy on Snapchat, that's the minute they would have took all my devices, went through my room, searched the whole thing. Like, it wouldn't even got to another point. It would have been right then and there that I would have had. I would have just had a bed and four walls. That would have been it. I want to know what the friend told the daddy. I'm like you, Jay Dunn. I want to know what she told him to get over there, because my mom would say, "No, you'll see her tomorrow at school. Y'all can talk about it tomorrow." Like, did she say they had homework
Mm,
assignment or something?
I don't
Yeah,
know. It had
I
to
had to
be
get on
some
my
type
daughter
of
this morning for
emergency.
being on the phone, picking up the phone, hearing it ring, and she telling me, "Hold on." I was like, "It's time to go. What you to do?" And I heard her talking, and I said, "Wait a minute, who? I know they ain't your daddy, because he just left. Who you talking to?" And she's on the phone. I said, "Y'all, you on the phone with somebody before school?" So I said, when you get home today, put it down here on my desk along with that laptop, and every day this week at 9:30. Who the hell you got me waiting on my coffee for? The hell? I'm sorry. It's the and she'll be okay. She probably on the way there, but guess what? When I pick her up, she gonna have a new attitude, or we gonna have another issue. Like, I can't. You could be mad, hate me now, be mad at me later. I'm just sorry. It's things that you just still need to know your place. You can't just be getting too much freedom. Like, who you think you is? Me up in here in the morning, gossiping before school, like y'all got something to talk about?
The fact that she told you, hold on. I could just imagine her
Right.
saying, hold on, with her finger up. Like you
She be
interrupted.
telling me to hold on. And guess I told her to bring my purse and do something. And I was like, wait a minute. I said, I gotta go. We making good time. I can go get my coffee first. And hold on. I said, for what? What the hell is you doing? And I heard some noise, and I was like, wait a minute, who the hell is you talking to? I was like, what the hell y'all gotta talk about? You finna be there in 25 to 30 minutes.
Right. Lord.
Ooh, child, I'm gonna say this. I hope and pray that the family, though, can deal with this situation, because I want to see. I would like to know how long, like you said, Jay Dunn, is the stepfather gonna stay, cool with her? Like, is this gonna last? Because eventually he's gonna have to move on, get a new life, even if it hurts. you know.
Well, I think he going through the stages of grief. And there are six stages of grief. He probably still stuck at step 2, maybe the denial phase. But once he get to that acceptance phase, I think he gonna change his entire mind about how close he still is with that girl.
That's what I was thinking because, you know, right now he's in the denial phase because he hasn't really had a chance because this just happened, like you said, Jay Dunn, and thank you for bringing this to my attention again. Um, he's still stuck in that phase of this. She couldn't have done this. She just, you know, I can't believe that this is her that she did this, you know, and I believe he's still hurt right now.
Yeah, I think he's hurt and shocked. And it's just, I think the try, you got to see the footages. And when people start doing the documentaries, you know, the Netflix special, because it's coming. And she going to get a little attention that she don't deserve right now. And then all that's going to die down. And they going to be trying to go talk to her in jail. Trust me, they finna eat off of this. We going to be watching the
Yep.
Netflix and the Hulu special by spring.
But Charlie, I just came up here to say a couple things about it. But I'm about to get down from here. But I'll holler
Yeah,
at
I
y'all
gotta go
later.
too. I'm gonna get down too, Charlie. But it's good to talk about it, child. We'll be on some more stuff, whatever. Have you talked about the third case? How close are they to wrapping it up?
Oh,
You have you
your
did you
phone done
cover
messed
it?
up. Demon
Oh,
slow.
I'm gonna get down, Charlie.
Well, thank y'all for coming
Oh,
up
she
this
done went on
lovely
mute.
morning.
But she gone. Well, all right, Charlie. Well, I'll holler at you later.
Thank you, Jay Dunn, for coming up here. And if y'all ain't, y'all should get over there because Monday morning you're doing your, I mean, later this afternoon, right? That you're doing your members thing.
Yeah, but the members thing is only for the members.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm gonna I'm just gonna do a members. I did one members live for my birthday, but I haven't done one since then. So I said I'm gonna try to get more consistent and do it like Monday evening. Every Monday evening, at least so that I'm giving an intimate an intimate place for the members to talk, and if they want to come up they can, that type of thing.
Over there on Dun Data, that's Jay Dunn's page. I'm gonna go over there right now. Because you know, I'm a member. I'm a member at Dun Data, and
Yeah, you are.
I'm a whole member. I love your singing your song for the members. The members.
Well, thank you. But yeah, so I plan to do that later on this evening. I just got to see, and that's why I'm getting off here too, so that I can make sure I get my day together, so that once it get around 6 o'clock, 6:30, I have everything that I need to do behind me.
Anybody who wants to subscribe, become a member, I just posted Jay Dunn's link. She has an amazing membership. I love being over there. Jay Dunn has her fun. We do little singings and all that other stuff. I love when Jay Dunn sings. She don't realize it, but she can sing, and I love
I
it.
Yeah, and VS said if I had any advice for you, I mean, just do whatever you are doing. But I will tell you that I believe that you got baited into potentially having a beef with me. So that's why I'm happy that we was able to squash all of that when we did. Because anytime, how can I put it? If I was the same hothead that I used to be many years ago, I probably would have went off, but I'm not in that same space anymore. But you know, t- don't let people bait you into calling other people out of their name just because. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Unless you are willing to get whatever consequence may come with that. Because I do firmly believe that that woman, if she truly wanted your presence on her platform, she should have been able to understand you not being disrespectful just because she want to be disrespectful. Just because you want to be disrespectful, that don't mean Charlie have to be. Because Charlie still have to maintain her YouTube ships on here just like everybody else. So I think that's one piece of advice.
thank you, Jay Dunn, because I really appreciate your advice and you know trying to lead me in the right direction. Because sometimes I do dumb stuff. I swear, I get myself in purples because it's my own fault. You know what I'm saying? And you know, all I can do is learn from it and move forward and not do it again.
Mm. Yeah, that's the bottom line because it's plenty of people that I'm cool with that I refuse to call them by whatever crazy ass name that somebody got, and I ain't gonna do it. But when you have a mutual respect, they not even gonna expect me to do it. You're not gonna expect me to do it. Like case in point, ODS. People don't call ODS official peen sucker many times. Like, and they used to do that. Now it's not as bad as it used to be, but they used to. But I never would be just because I'm in somebody's presence who like to call him that. I'm not about to do that, and you're not about to expect me to do it because I ain't trying to make you say anything out of pocket to the people that you have genuine YouTube ship with. You know?
Yeah, because I truly do care about you, Jonah, and I want you to know that. Like, I've always enjoyed you. Like, some people may not like you, but I do because I like how you give it straight up. Like, you're going to tell somebody to their face how you feel, what you're thinking, no matter if they like it or they don't like it. And I like people who tell me how they feel and give me constructive criticism and be real with me. And that's something you've always done, Jay Dunn.
Mm. Well, you're welcome. And yeah, and I appreciate you being supportive and being a member for sure. You definitely my first or second live when I was monetized over there. You hit the link and stayed for a little while, and then you was over there on Friday. So I just wanted to come here for a few minutes and return the favor this morning.
Much love, beauty, and I can't wait to, one day I am gonna come out here and we're gonna do some talking about some more true crime stuff. I'm gonna go look around and see what cases I can find, and maybe we can cover some more Mississippi stuff, the Mississippi news you can use.
Mm. Yeah, I know it's another one out there that I'm probably going to listen to the rest of the day while I get some more work done. But one of the ones that's out, it's a Florida one, but it's one lady that deliberately was playing hide and seek with her boyfriend and hid him up in the suitcase and wouldn't let him
Ooh.
out. Or at least he hid up in the suitcase and then she closed it and locked it while he was up in there. So now she been on trial in Florida about that. So that's one, but it's not Mississippi. But she did that, and I'm just like, you gotta be sadistic as hell to sit there looking at your significant other zipped up in a suitcase, bamming on it, crying out, wanting to get let out, and you laugh and don't let him out. Crazy. So
There's a
yeah,
lot of mess
that's the
going
next
on.
one that I'm going to be listening to and see what's going on with that one.
I might have to look that one up. Maybe we can have us a little, message in the mess because we got the mess. We got all that over here. There's a lot of mess, and I learned that I cannot be messy. I'm not really good at it. Um,
Uh huh.
it's
Yeah,
not in my
friend.
heart.
I guess they was booked. They was booked back over there up in Texas, or not Texas, in Florida, to where I think it was like within the last week or two is when I was looking because I keep my TV on court TV. I just always keep it on mute, and on the court TV, I saw the trial happening, and so that's why I said I'm going to go and look to see if they have any of the streaming videos here on YouTube for me to get the details. Yeah,
I,
but all
I
right, Charlie.
thank you, Jay Dunn, for coming up. Beautiful.
Okay, all right. Bye bye.
Bye bye. I am going to be looking into that case and possibly more cases on the Crime TV YouTube channel. If y'all haven't watched or been over there, they do have that. I'm also going to drop Lemon's last live link. So if y'all want to go over there and support or whatnot, I'm gonna drop right quick. I'm gonna drop Miss Mitra's because she's doing her Sunday show, and this last one was very good, and it was salacious and it was funny. I like how she uh, gives it and everything, and I also the reason I'm gonna drop Lemons is because there's a lot that goes over there, and this is his last live. He'll probably do another one this afternoon, and I'm gonna try to watch it and see what goes on. But if y'all want to go over there and see what's going on between the beef of YouTube cameras, just Krista, how Lemon and YouTube cameras worked out their thing about, Lemon felt, his type of way about YouTube cameras live with Shakim and all that. I'm going to drop his live link because I like to promote people over here. Also, ODS is having his contest. Miss Red is having hers. It's gonna be, dressing up in Western wear. And Miss Red, if you hear me, uh, if you do your Western wear and you need a judge, now I tell you something, I can do that because I'm from the country and we like it that way. I'm just gonna check to see who is live right at this moment, like I always do every end of every live. Also, ZX, he's having his stuff, and then they have the podcast. Are y'all going to be doing the podcast vs this afternoon, or because I know y'all were staying at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then Miss Creole Butterfly is doing a loaded toast challenge. So I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss anybody. If you would like to send me anything, my email is attached to they're not doing the podcast this afternoon, y'all. But make sure you keep your your notifications up and all that other stuff for I'm trying to put in a thing right quick. Make sure y'all keep y'all's notifications on for the podcast and everything. Make sure that you keep an eye out when they do. I'm trying to make sure. Yes, Miss Raya, it's going to be loaded toast on Miss Creole Butterfly's channel. I am trying to make sure that I don't, miss anybody's contests that are going up. I try to promote everybody because, I want to thank everybody who has promoted me, like ZX, ODS, VS, the Hood Table, everybody who shared me on their wall. Big Man TV. I'm trying not to miss anybody, but I know it's been so much more than I could ever say. And I just want to say thank you to the entire beef sector, the black sector, everybody who's supported me, the Mo3 sector, anybody who's did in. I just want to say thank you. I don't know how much I appreciate it. And I'm going to go over here and see who's live. And so we can do the old school way. We used to do it the old school way. Whoever's live after you, I'm going to make sure this is, because sometimes, when you come on, people come off. Right now, I see, let's see. Let me go to my main page here. And Law and Crime TV, if you like Law and Crime, is live right at this moment. Big Baby's live in the Mode 3 sector. Truth Enterprises live. Trucking Community Clips is live. Double Tap TV got us. I see 10 Toes Down. That's who I see right this second. I was hoping to see more, but I don't have anybody right now in the beef sector to send y'all to. If anybody's going to go live in about an hour, if you'll drop down and tell us, I want to, hey, Lady Red, I want to make sure that we, thank you, VS, for dropping ZX's. I was actually fixing to drop both his channels. Thank you so much. So that's one less. Oh, we got a guest right quick before we go out. Hellos.
Thought I wasn't coming. Great show.
Thank you, big bro. How's
That's
it
all I
doing
wanted
over
to
there
say.
in Louisiana?
It's hot. It's too hot.
Same.
And yeah, but I think you should keep this up. Don't stop. I don't care what nobody talking about. You're doing good. I liked it. I watched the whole show.
Thank you so much, Ken. I'm trying.
And I'm shocked that you had Jay Dunn and TMO on the panel together. That's
Well,
cool. I like that.
I want to try to create a space where we can talk about different things and everyone can be as cordial as they possibly can. I know that some people will never hit the link at the same time because no matter what, it's always up and stuck between them. But I want to try to create a space where we can have, togetherness in a little way, like a safe space,
Yep.
where we can have
That's cool.
conversations that are needed sometimes. Like we were talking about the Carly case, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bring up topics that we can all speak about. That way, you may not be able to talk this day because y'all are beefing, but this right here has nothing to do with beef, so you can have a conversation about it.
And that's what they did. And that's what's up, AVS. And I appreciate that. I just wanted to come show, my big sister some love and tell you did a great job. And I'm waiting for the next show.
Thank you so very much, Big Brother Ken. You know how it goes.
See you later.
Bye. Thank you for coming up.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Uh-oh. Uh, oh, this, I don't think, is that you?
I was trying to catch Ken Nola, but he gone.
Oh,
That's okay.
I,
Dang. Okay. I'll catch him.
you'll catch him out on the streets. You know
Okay.
how it
All
goes.
right. All right.
Love you,
Great job,
boo.
Charlie. Much love to you. Great job. Keep doing what you're doing. Man, you're doing awesome.
I'm trying to make sure I do all my promotions. Oh, and Duchess Kelly, I was gonna send everybody to you, and then you ain't live, you know. I was like, oh my god. Because I love my Duchess Kelly love, the everlasting. Make sure that you give my Charlie puppy a hug and a kiss for me over there. Duchess Kelly love. Also, I want to post his channel. If one of the mods could grab his link where he just clicked in, because you know Duchess has lost and gained so many channels, and he is an OG in my opinion. And I always try to give respect to all my OGs. And you know, regardless if you like me or don't like me, if you have your feeling or whatnot, I just always feel like that's something I want to do myself. We love you, Duchess Kelly love. Please don't ever disappear again. You made me cry. Um, oh, Ken said he could come back, VS, if y'all want to have a conversation. And the truth, I did tell people you was live, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna do that. It's called promotion because we do that. And I want everybody to get their shine on. That's just me. Would you like Ken to come back, VS, right quick? Y'all have y'all's little conversation because I got time. Let me make sure I go to Duchess right quick. I'm going to share out Duchess's channel because he's working hard for the money. So, and he the other day he played a live that had you know, old school stuff that had happened and everything, and it was amazing. Like he played some old clips that I have, and she said y'all could talk later or whatnot. You know, but I literally wanted to see what Duchess was talking about. I was over there and he was playing some old school clips, and I was like, oh my god, this is old school. He's like, I don't even know what this is. I don't know what it is, but we fixing to play it. And I was sitting there listening, and I was getting my life, and I was laughing. Duchess, I was laughing at some of them recordings you was playing from old school stuff. It was amazing. So if y'all ain't checked out Duchess Kelly Love, please, we need to get him back to his 1,000 because he worked so hard for them channels. And you know, all of us has lost one at one time or another, you know. And I just want to make sure that everybody, you know, if even Nima Soul, like I said, when I find it, I know I'm subscribed to your backup, but I'm gonna go look again. And when I find that link, or if you could tag me on your community wall, I will make sure I share it out because I want everybody to stay that 1K. I don't care if you think like you don't like me or whatever, you think I have a beef. I don't have a beef. I don't, and I will share you out if I know you lost your channel and you're trying to get back to your 1K. Because as someone who has worked hard, and thank God for everybody who has promoted me, I thank all y'all. You know, it's not easy getting to 1K and all those things. So I want to make sure that everybody, you know, gets their shine on because this sector is us. But I want to say thank you to everybody who has showed up, showed out, hit the like. I want to thank the replay gang. If you like the content, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think I can do better. Any advice, you know, that with everything that's going on in this sector that y'all see, if you got something to say. And if you a hate watcher, thank you also for being here. I appreciate you too, because every click and every view counts. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm gonna go ahead and play my little outro, and we're gonna be out here and go check what's going on in these streets and see what happens for the week. I hope y'all have a blessed and beautiful day, and thank you all my beautiful angels. Oh, and I think I may have to come up with a new one because I've always said it was going to be Charlie's Angels, but I think Miss Sheffy does that. So now I got to come up with, and I may make a community post with a new name for, you know, the peoples. Miss Sheffy took that first, so I'm not trying to take what Miss Sheffy got going on. You know, I respect her and whatnot. I'm always in her bushes, even if she don't know I am. But yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out something. I'm gonna figure out something. We got another I think our beautiful Jay Dunn is back. Hey, Jay Dunn.
Hi, I just wanted to come and give a quick update because I went and looked. So yeah, that lady about the suitcase, her name is Sarah Boone. The crime was committed in 2020. There have been several delays in her court hearing because she tried to represent herself, and now she is on her 10th attorney. So I don't know if she doing this mess on purpose or what, but I did. I was able to do my research real quick, and she is on attorney number 10 in the course of, I guess, 4 years. But
Woo.
I was looking at a clip of her trying to represent herself. And my thing is, when people represent themselves, now there is no way that you can say that you are not capable of standing to commit crime or no, uh, capable of standing trial if you are capable enough to represent yourself in the trial. So she doing the most. She doing the most over there. So that's why it's taking so long. But they did say that she is set to go to trial next month. So October is when her trial gonna start. So right now they doing a lot of the pre-trial, pre-hearing stuff right now.
So yeah, we're gonna start probably covering that when the trial goes down, so that everybody can figure out what's going on.
Yeah, next month. But she was playing hide and seek with her boyfriend. He hid up in the suitcase and she closed this rope up in there, would not let him out, and he suffocated. So yeah, that's interesting. But I want to give that quick update about it. And her name is Sarah Boone, and she in Florida. She
Thank you so
actually
much.
she actually look a lot like an older Casey Anthony. I wonder if they related.
Heck, they might be. She moved to Florida. I don't know if you know that, but Casey Anthony moved to Florida. Supposedly got a new man, and they saying that some people are saying that she's trying to have kids or has. I'm like, ooh, because Casey Anthony's trial, that one still bothers me. That baby
Hmm.
didn't get justice, in my opinion.
I agree with that 100%. But yeah, I wanted to give you that quick update before you end it.
Thank you so much, Jay Dunn.
Okay, you're welcome. All right.
Yeah, have
Bye.
a blessed one. Bye.
You too. Bye.
So we got the update on what. It's called. Let me go ahead and get their channel, because they are actually. I subscribe to them. They do a lot of the court cases, and it's called Law and Crime Network. They're really good at that. That's like their thing. I'm gonna go ahead and post their link for people who might want to go over there. Right now, they're covering the Young Dolph murder trial, and they're live. I'm gonna go ahead and post their link so people can subscribe. Those who like to cover that, and they like to look at it. So that is their stuff. Duchess Kelly Love. That is the Law and Crime. They do a lot of like the trials and stuff like that, where you can watch it live. And I'm gonna go ahead and play our outro, and y'all have a great day. And I do like that Charlie's Champions, Duchess. Look at you. See, Duchess is always good with the funnies and the ideas. And Duchess, I want to see more of y'all singing. I love it when you sing. But y'all have a blessed day, and we're gonna go see what's out on these streets. Let me go make sure one more time that nobody in the beef sector is live right now, because I want to make sure that whoever's live, I don't see anybody right now. But if there is any time that I'm live, somebody else is live right for me, I'm gonna send y'all to them. And also, there are people that are going to be reading Kim Porter's journal. Thank you, Miss Catherine, for reminding me of that. It's out on Amazon if y'all want to read it. You know, rest in peace, Miss Kim Porter. All the things that we don't know that you went through while you were married to that man. Rest in peace. And, now your children are going through what they're going through with their father, and you're already not here with us, So rest in peace, Miss Kim Porter. And her journal is out on Amazon if you want to order it and read it. We'll see what happens with that, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the sector are going to be covering it. Y'all have y'all a blessed day, and I'm out.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. My Mississippi ain't on the map. My Mississippi don't get no depth. My Mississippi might show you love, but my Mississippi don't take no crap. Ain't no nigga with a platinum plaque that came from off of these dusty streets. That don't mean no outside niggas gon' come round here and fuck with me. My young niggas too fuck shit, cause down south where we got the finest hoes. 15 niggas right on the front row. They got so drunk that they called the cops. GTA niggas ain't no punks. Mississippi gang got the hardest block.
I'm from the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show. From the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood to the day that I go. From the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood, so love I'm gon' show. From the T-U-P-E-L-O. I'm reppin' my hood to the